Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everyone to the third day of the Champions Chess Tour Finals. We have a very interesting clash today between Praggnanandhaa and Liem Quang and Arjun Erigaisi and Wesley So. And joining me all the way from the University of Mizu. Harshit bhai, कैसे हो?
हेलो 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 सागर भाई। यहाँ पे बर्फ शुरू हो गया है तो अभी होपफुली गेम की हीट से मुझे यहाँ पे वार्मथ मिलेगी।
As we discussed yesterday, यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ मिजरी नहीं दोस्तों, यूनिवर्सिटी ऑफ मिजूरी है जहाँ पे हर्षित भाई है। हर्षित, जस्ट फॉर आवर व्यूअर्स, टुडे इट्स अर्जुन वर्सेस वेस्ली सो and Praggnanandhaa
Yeah.
versus Liem Quang. What are your feelings?
Tough matchups. Lee Kwang Liam is someone who's not in the limelight so much, but as we saw कल उसने वेस्ली को 3 गेम में हरा दिया तो काफी डेंजरस प्लेयर है। सो Pragg also needs to, had a tough match yesterday. So we'll be looking forward to playing some good chess. So tough matchup in Pragg, Liam. And Arjun is playing Wesley So. That is going to be another exciting clash. Arjun likes to go for the attack, and Wesley is known to be a solid player. So it's, a match between two fighting styles.
Absolutely, absolutely. Shall we begin with the first game? This one
Yes.
between Arjun Erigaisi and Wesley So. I'm very excited to watch this because Wesley So recently just managed to beat Nihal Sarin very comprehensively at the
Yeah.
chess.com Global Chess Championship with a score of 4.5, 1.5. So let's
hmm
go. There we have Arjun
Wow.
and
Wow.
Wesley So playing against each other with the white pieces. Wesley opens with e4. Arjun plays the fighting Sicilian. We have the bishop b5 check, knight d7,
Four.
a4, knight f6, knight c3, g6, and now a5 played by Wesley. I think this is still
I
theory,
think,
yes?
yeah, I actually once was on the
Array.
losing side against the very talented and the youngest grandmaster Abhimanyu Mishra.
You played
Uh,
this with him.
yeah, and I played this with the black pieces. Very interesting line for white, and very difficult for black to find his way through in this line.
Acha. Let's see how it continues. We will get some special insights from you. A6, bishop e2, castles, and now very logical move seems d4 because then you kind of
Yeah,
open up the position. But he went d3. This
yeah.
looks little passive, like you have your bishop inside these pawns. Doesn't look great.
The point is that you want to go d4, but not yet. Because d4, you just black will take, and knight d4 go knight c5. And black quickly gets e5 and d5, also bishop e6. So here black is getting active. So white's idea is that to yeah, I think it should be good now.
I think we are good. Sorry, there was a small lag, but I have changed my internet and we are all set. So I think as Harshit bhai said, कि knight c5 के बाद there is pressure on the e4 point. Also
Yeah.
e5 and d5 can come very soon. So he
hmm
went d3
Yeah.
and Arjun played b5,
hmm
a b6, queen b6.
Bishop, bishop b7
Sorry,
actually. Yeah.
first he played bishop b7, knight d2, and now he took knight b6, knight b3. I think Wesley is wanting to put his knight on a5, which is a very nice outpost for the knight.
Yeah. Also, something like e5 could be an idea, Sagar, by undermining this pawn structure because d5 will run into knight takes c5.
Correct, correct. So he went rook a7.
hmm
Quite a weird decision, but I can understand that knight a5 he wants to go bishop a8.
Yeah.
Keep the bishop on this diagonal. Bishop e3. And
Yeah.
now with ideas of d4 and e5, as you have mentioned, Arjun says, why I'm stopping e5 forever. But now Wesley gets a very typical break in this position Maybe we can get our viewers warmed up. Guys, what
Yeah.
should white play in this position? What's the break that he can take? So let's just see what they are up to.
Yeah. So the main idea of that pawn break would be undermining um, the central pawn mass of the black pieces. And as we see, a lot of people finding the right move here, f2 to f4.
F4, absolutely. Sauridha, Ishan, Chess, Akshay, Neelab, MKT, Leo, Arpit, Saurabh, Divakar. Well done, guys. That is
Yeah.
the correct move to push the pawn to F4 and get your rook active. Uh, but he did not do it. He could have played F4 here in this position, but I think he was not too happy about it for now. He played Queen D2,
Yeah.
Bishop
Bishop
C8,
c8.
Knight A5, Queen C7, but I can clearly sense that F4 is coming up, and positionally, Arjun is in big trouble, Harshit. What do you think?
Yeah, yeah. I myself experienced this playing this with the black pieces. It's very difficult to like play and activate this bishop on c8. And the way Arjun played this b5 pawn break weakened the pawn on a6 and gave this crucial square of a5 to white's knight. And now it's white who has all the trumps. He goes knight to c4. Very interesting decision, trying to change the pawn structure, but solidify
Ooh.
the d5 square for his other knight.
So Harshit bhai, can you explain to our viewers, and maybe if the viewers can first tell that after this, what is the big problem that is there for black in the position, and maybe if then we can see how many of you actually understand what are positional concepts in chess. हनी बिजलानी जी ने ऐसे ऐसे बोला D6, बस D6 बोल दिया. Like uh, Ankit Sharma is saying Arjun in a bit of bad form since the death match. बोल नहीं सकते दोस्तों. I think he might make a comeback today. Let's see. But this tournament is so tough. To even score
Yeah,
one win is not easy.
and I think as the person mentioned, the d6 pawn definitely something which is going to affect black big time here,
Yeah.
because white will always have long-term pressure against the d6 pawn as well as the d5 square.
Rohan Gore
Um,
ji, well done. You have mentioned D5 square as well.
Yep. And those are the two key things which are going to uh, significantly make white much better in this position. Also, let's not forget, Sagar bhai, that sometimes something like b4 can be an option. Also, after queen c6, something like knight b5 can also be considered. Many tactical
Oh.
resources here for white.
Bye. But he took, huh? Arjun took and played Queen C6. I think,
Queen
but
c6.
remember, Harshit, yesterday, if you remember that exchange Slav game of Arjun, where it looked
Yeah.
like he was almost lost out of the opening. He then
Uh-huh.
got like F5 and he started playing, and I think something similar may happen today as well in this position. He's attacking E4 pawn, and we'll see how Wesley reacts. Can we go and check Pragg's game?
Yep. Let's quickly go there.
Pragg is playing against Liem Quang Liem, and Pragg has a very pleasant edge here.
This looks so good, Sagar bhai. Definitely a very good start from the opening for Prague here, playing against the isolated pawn, um, as we have all seen comes from a lot of queens gambit and many d4 lines. And
Right.
here, if you see, there is no dark square bishop for both the sides. And in this particular case, I think Sagar bhai it favors white.
Yeah, I think lesser the pieces, more the weakness of the d5 pawn. I think Harshit, it is without doubt that white is better, but can he sort of convert it into a win is the big question.
That is a big question. And also for our chat, that the d5 pawn is known as the isolated pawn, and the d4 square is known as the isolani. Right, Sagar bhai? The
Uh,
square.
or maybe I think Isolani is the same d5 pawn, right? And d4 would be an outpost, but
Uh-huh.
I think d4 square is a very powerful square for the
Very,
knight to sit at.
yeah, that is, and I was just going to mention that the person who has control over that d4 square is definitely going to be better, because if black had control over the d4 square, he could always push with d4 and equalize the game.
Mm.
But whereas now, where white has total control over that square, and the d5 pawn, being kind of targeted there, white को मस्त अभी long गेम खेलना है, स्लो मूव का, धीरे से.
Yeah. So this is definitely looking very dangerous for Liam. Just very quickly, Harshit, to see what the opening was. This was the Nimzo Indian defense E3 line, and
Mm-hmm.
Pragg went for this take on C5, knight D7 castles, knight takes C5, knight E2, giving up his bishop,
Mm-hmm.
but happy to put his bishop on B2 and play this. Actually, very interesting play by Pragg, right? To give up his
Yeah,
bishop on d3 here, not an easy choice.
definitely. But I think, like as you said, the lesser pieces there are on the board with the isolated pawn, the more it helps the person
Hmm.
facing the isolated pawn. So I think that was the reasoning behind Pragg being able to give up this bishop.
Absolutely, absolutely. And I think Liam should not have taken it. He should have gone bishop g4, keeping pressure here. But when he took and played bishop e6, this is already very passive. And Pragg
Yeah.
got just the setup that he wanted here. And now it's a question of how Praggnanandhaa can put pressure on Liam. What's the move that comes to your mind, Harshit bhai?
So many ideas, I think. First of all, of course, something like Rook FC1, I think, could be something that White could consider.
But then
Uh,
if we take and then a2, do you think that's a
yeah,
problem?
and then you give up that pawn, but you go Rook C7, and I think
Ah,
you are getting a lot of. Oh, he goes Knight G5.
why
Wow,
Praggnanandhaa
going
looking at some mating attacks. Firstly, attacking e6 twice.
Sagar bhai, there is a very nice trick here after
Okay.
Bishop D7. Can our chat find it? Um, Bishop D7 and White to play here.
अरे बढ़िया हर्षित भाई. Let's ask our chat whether they are sharp enough. पहला first sort of tactical question of
Yep.
today. White to play. What is the move that Pragg has prepared here?
Beautiful idea here, and we can we can see Pragg looking very focused.
Yeah, I
I think
think
he's definitely seen this trick.
for sure. And also bishop d7 has a very key point that they want to go to bishop b5 if you get the
Yep,
chance to win
yep.
the exchange. So you have to be quick as white. And let's see what our chat has done here. Oh ho ho ho.
Mixed over.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
15 people have said knight h5. Parikshit, Rohan, Sharvil, Rohit, Leo, Varun, Amit, Sheetal, Mahaswin, and Avinash Kadam.
well done.
Knight h5, Harshit. What a nice
Yeah,
question.
yeah. And look at how the knights are, three knights so close to each other, but can't take the knight on h5 because there is a checkmate in one. Queen takes h7,
Yeah,
checkmate, and pressuring the knight on f6, and white is
it's
winning
gone.
here.
Yeah, this is winning position for white. So this cannot be done. Let's get back to the game and see what happens here. Liam is still thinking for his move. Uh, I believe that Pragg has a good score against Liem Quang Liam in general.
Hmm.
Oh, we don't have Liam on the screen. Once again, let me get Liam on the screen here. And we also have Anish here. So there we have. Liam, if I'm not mistaken, Harshit is the coach of the University of Texas, Dallas, right?
Actually, he is the coaches of one of the university, but it is the University of Webster, which
Webster.
was previously coached by Susan Polgar.
So since Susan Polgar has stopped training there, Liam has taken over, and I
Yep.
think he's playing from the office of that university.
It seems to be like it. I see a lot of trophies behind, so I think he might be playing from his university's office here.
Right. Also, I really love the venue at where this tournament is taking place. If you saw some pictures, Pragg and
Yeah.
Anish were sitting like this, and there's water behind. And I also
Hmm.
saw Tanya is in San Francisco, and she was at this Golden Gate Bridge or
Yeah.
something. Have you been there, Harshit?
I've never been there, but I've always wanted to, go to one of these tournaments and be present there live. So it's one of my bucket list things to do.
Acha. Because the San Francisco seems to be a beautiful place. I don't know how many people in the chat live there. If you guys, anyone from there, definitely think about visiting this tournament. Rook c6 played by Liam. He's defending the e6 bishop with his rook. And now
Yeah,
Pragg goes for another classy move, rook c1.
look, see you one. Yep,
Pragg
too
is
much pressure.
deflecting the defender.
Yep, and I like how he's also, trying to not get too long time, keep the time also very close to Lee Kwang Liam's time because Lee Kwang Liam is a very fast player.
Hmm.
So I think now rook f to c8 सागर भाई ऐसा लग रहा है खेलेंगे
This is a
क्योंकि
normal move, yeah.
yeah, but I think white is having a lot of chances. One of them Sagar bhai I see is rook c6 and then pawn e2 to e4.
Ooh, trying for some back rank ideas or what? Because I can take, right? Because there's no mate this way.
That is so maybe I should deflect it.
Maybe an idea here, Harshit, could be
Oh, still
knight
knight h5.
h5.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
was wondering if now knight e4, but then you can just win a pawn or
Yeah. Then
let's.
I even have something like queen d4. So many ideas.
Oh, queen d4. Look at this move, threatening a mate here. And if you play f6, I think you can just chop this.
Take. Yeah, and then knight f4. This looks huge. Huge for
Ooh,
white.
this is looking really bad. And also the
Yeah.
rook coming to c1, and as you said,
Yeah.
can get in. So this is definitely a great move. Rook c1 played here
And he
by
played
Pragg.
rook c6. Also, rook f8, rook c6 all happened on the board. We might see him playing knight to h5, Sagar bhai.
By Praggnanandhaa, can he find this move? Because this is the key move in this position. If he manages to find it, he will be clearly pressing. Last time, if you remember, Harshit, you mentioned here bishop d7, their knight h5 worked like a charm. Mainly,
Yeah,
also knight e4, there was this problem, right? Take, and then this bishop was hanging.
yeah.
So, in this particular case, if we see the same logic that is there in the game, knight h5,
He
knight
plays
e4,
it. He plays it.
he played.
Let's go. Yeah.
Whoa, knight h5 on the board. And this is clearly winning
This is
position for
fun. This
Pragg.
is really amazing play by Pragg in this game. Guys, let's not forget he had a very tough day yesterday, being up 2-0 in the match, earning, showing how gritty he is, taking down the match in the tie breaks. But now Pragg is back. It's a new day, and he's playing against a new opponent, but he's still playing his same amazing chess.
Wow, that's true. That's true. That's the thing about Pragg, that he is really very quick to recover from his losses. And I don't know what is the secret of his recovery.
Mhm.
Mainly, I think it's this learning attitude. I feel that he always wants to keep learning even from his
Yeah.
mistakes, and he doesn't get overexcited by victories. That's the
Mhm.
reason why he never gets too depressed by his losses as well.
Yeah.
Like a monk like life. Yeah, these young chess players live a monk like life, don't get too happy by victory, are not attracted by money, are very focused on their aim, singular focus. I mean, this really, in a way, I truly count them as the modern day monks in the world of
It's not
chess.
And it's not easy, Sagar, bhai, to keep your focus only on chess with so many distractions in the teenage.
Exactly, Harshit bhai speaking from experience. He's but we'll talk a bit more about these distractions also, Harshit bhai. But we have a couple of super chats. Vivaswan Damle, thank you for sending a super chat. I want to tell the chat Vivaswan has been following us since quite some time and also came to DreamHack on his bike. Harshit, he traveled from
Wow.
Pune. He's from Pune to Hyderabad on a bike, 570
Oh my
kilometers,
God.
and played his first, I think, first tournament, if I'm not mistaken, saying, hoping Arjun does better. Kaise ho Sagar bhai? Kasa kai Harshit bhau? He says.
अरे एकदम मजे.
And we also have Ramit, who has been following us and has also contributed to many of our super chats and so on. Ramit says, I went to Berkeley School, so SF
Mhm.
is my second home. Are players meeting us normies? I think Ramit, you will have to take your chance there. Just go, and maybe you will get a chance to. At least Tanya would be there. You will get a chance to maybe meet Ramesh, who is coach of Pragg, and then maybe Pragg, Arjun, or who knows, Magnus might be walk. I think there was this video today. Magnus just playing randomly with someone over there. So
Mhm.
definitely there are some chances. Okay, very quickly, Arjun Bhai in trouble. It seems.
Yeah,
But it is
yeah.
that kind of position, right, Arshit, where there can be some magic happening because you have a knight here, queen might be looking somewhere in this direction.
No, you are right about that, that there are a lot of tricks still present. Something like bishop h6, knight h3 check, something like this could
Mm,
happen. But the problem is, Sagar Bhai, that Wesley is also 4 minutes up on the clock.
right. Uh, that is true. Bishop, and I think this is a nice trick that you mentioned. Yeah, bishop h6, just popping the bishop out. What is Arjun's plan? I think rook a7. He might just give up. Yeah, the queen.
Yeah, he just gives very happily, actually. He will take it very happily because now even rook a1 is a big threat.
Hmm.
Um, so I think that white still needs to be a little precise.
Yeah.
I was thinking if knight into f4 would be a good idea. But then again, the problem is that black has this f3 trick, giving up the exchange and getting his own counterplay.
Right. This might be very nice, and also the bishop opens up.
Opens
Siddharth
up. Yeah,
Ranadev says the knight on d5 is a monster. So I
yeah.
believe this might be not the best move. Do you think Harshit can take, and then keep the knight here? I don't like it. Yeah, the bishop opens up.
Yeah, the bishop opens up, and as I was mentioning, this f3 idea, like you can, black will very happily give up this exchange in order to open up the file in front of the king. So I think that anything capturing on f4 should favor black opening up this bishop.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So right now, while Wesley is thinking a few updates in the game of Pragg, after
Oh
knight
wow.
e4 did happen, Pragg found the
Uh-huh.
next best move, which is queen d4, attacking g7, threatening mate in one. But in comes Liem with queen c3, and this is where I think Pragg had to find a very accurate sequence of moves, and he does. Like Pragg is unbelievable. He goes knight e6, gets
Hmm.
the pawn here, and now just chops this off.
Yeah, but he's just a clean pawn up now. Black's king still remains to be weak. I think Sagar Bhai, this again looks like Pragg is going to take the early lead in this match.
Wow. Wow. And like yesterday, he has to be careful not to give it up. But knight is coming to d2. I think some care still needs to be taken by Pragg, because
Yeah,
this knight, queen, and rook can create some play. What would you do
definitely.
here, Harshit?
I would firstly consider something like Rook D1.
Absolutely. Your intuition is right on
Uh,
track.
and after Queen C2, which seems to be the most challenging move,
Hmm.
I first of all think that I might have some tricks.
Yes.
I have a very strong feeling that I can take on
Oh man. Oh man. Guys, GM at work here. Take.
And queen d2, queen to b8 check.
Check. And king only can come here.
Sure. And then queen to b7 check.
Arey, badhiya, badhiya. But I think
Then
the variation doesn't end, right? Because at some point, you don't even need to take this. This G7 thing is going to just end
um,
it.
I select. Oh, okay. I see mate Sagar by. So king g6, queen g7, king takes h5, g4 check.
Let's ask
King.
our chat to finish this off. Guys, white to
Yeah.
play. How do you mate in one? Let's see if 100 people here can respond and tell us what is the way in which. I know it's late in the night, guys. 2 baj gaye hai time, but fir bhi there are people from all across the world following us, not just from India. But you can see uh, I think the number of people, guys, if you can write it again, I think the moves did not update. So all those who had written at the start, if you can just write again, that would be amazing. So many people are writing the moves. By the way, Snigdho Bhattacharya, thank you for becoming backer of Indian chess. And we have very close to 100. Oh, we have
We
more
got
than 100.
100. Yeah.
100 people here. मतलब सब लोग ऐसा जोन इन है चेस को, देख रहे हैं कि क्या कैसे मेट करेगा प्रज्ञानंदा. So beautiful, guys. This is pretty mate here. Queen h6.
Yeah.
So this does not.
Sagar bhai, we got a lot of moves in the live game.
My
I
God.
think.
So what happened is after he played rook d1, and look at
Yeah.
Liam's smart move, queen
E1.
c1.
Tricky.
If you take, then it's a draw. All of a
Yep.
sudden, check here, check
Check.
here, check, और कुछ बच नहीं सकता. Unbelievable. This is a pattern to remember. Draw
Yeah.
wala. Okay. So here he went queen c1. Pragg said, "Sorry, Liam. This is all I can handle." King e8, because otherwise that g7 was
And
hanging with the
G7.
cheek. So check.
King f8. I think he should just take on e6 quickly.
Yes, because rookies he took, because takes, this
Yeah.
is hanging. So
That's
he
hanging.
went
Yep.
king e8, and now
So now is the question how
actually
white
not
can.
easy, right? Because see, he's planning to keep moving, and you can't take the queen. It's a draw. Otherwise, you can't use your queen to defend this rook. How do you play?
Yeah, not such an easy task. Let's see if we can try to find it without the help of machines.
Yeah, this is not simple,
Oh, I
guys.
see it. I see that queen
Arre.
b8. I don't know, but
Here queen b8, okay.
like in general, king e7 runs into queen b4. So I think this is going to be the crux of how all the calculation should be around. So let's see.
So you what you are saying is that give a check. If he comes to e7, queen b4 and queen d2 just wins. You have so many pawns up.
Oh,
If he
actually,
goes,
so I might, yeah, king f7, knight g5. Oh, knight d8. Okay, knight d8 is option, but okay, I guess knight g5 is more logical.
yeah, these two moves look very, very powerful.
I think knight g5 is the move.
Okay, but what if I continue? Let's say I want to go king g7.
Then I go queen.
Again, it should be mate, yeah.
It should be mate, yeah. Queen b7, king g6, and queen h7 also looks winning. King h5, and it's the kind of position which you know it should be winning for sure, but you should still calculate, yeah. King
Yes.
f7.
I think at the end maybe
Queen
some
g4 is a very nice idea, yeah, and queen d4, queen d2.
check and you win this. Yeah. So this is how the king is quite exposed, and something or the other will fall here. So Pragg totally winning this game against Liem. He gives a check again. Liem has to decide what to do, king d8 or king f8. But king f8, queen b4 is just lost. So I think king d8.
So king d8 only move.
He plays it. So we'll check here, but very quickly going to Arjun's game. I think Wesley has managed to keep his control. He went knight b6, Queen
Okay, just
c.
taking away this nice important bishop.
Yeah, he's taken this away, but still e4 under pressure and also on time. Arjun is now 1.5 minutes ahead. Oof! Wesley
Bishop
finds another
c4.
cool move, attacking the rook.
Yep, and I think I think this looks very, very bad for Arjun here, as maybe even something like bishop into f4 followed by bishop d5 could be something which white could consider.
So you're saying if rook f8, maybe take this, take and just
And
put this bishop here. I
yeah,
don't know if
even
I missed something.
rook e7 is coming, I think.
Rook
Uh,
a7. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Also queen d5 here. I mean, this
yeah,
is
many,
this,
many
this is
again.
very risky. So let's see how he does. By the way, Mamedyarov has just lost his game to Magnus Carlsen. We will check this game in the break
Yeah,
as to how he
yeah,
managed to win so quickly. And Anish Giri is right now clearly worse against Jan-Krzysztof Duda. Coming back to Pragg's game, Queen a8 check given.
yeah. So king d7, maybe
Okay, let's
queen e8.
Queen e8, King d6 one option, and King c7. This is one
King
of
d6.
those variations where we need to calculate very accurately. He plays.
Yeah, king d6 we can eliminate because of queen d8. So king c7.
This is the problem. King c5, the queen hangs, and King e5. I think you can go Queen
Just
e7.
go f4 is f4 also
f4
is almost
moves.
checkmate.
And you'll lose the queen at the very
Take the
least.
queen.
Correct. So check King c7 only move played.
Knight e6.
Knight e6 check. And now where can the king go? I think logically King b7.
What if king d6 now actually?
I was thinking, Harshit, do we need to give this check? Can we not just go Queen h5 and just save
Yeah,
everything? That
that's true.
seems also pretty good, right?
Yeah, that's very, very good as well.
Very
He
clean.
plays it actually. He plays it, what you
He
were
just
suggesting.
just played it, and he's
Sagar
defended
by
this.
Pragg doing the job.
Yeah, Pragg is just making it look easy here. Liem, you can see, I think he might very well resign. He's 4 pawns down already. It's a
Yeah, that's
lot. That's a
true.
lot.
We only have 8 to start with.
Ada army is gone. But Harshit, something to be said about Pragg's accuracy, right? Once he gets an advantage, and I have the engine running in front of me, he's chosen the
Yeah,
first line of engine almost on every move. What is
sorry.
this? He's like found the first line of the engine on almost every move after getting the advantage. Just insane play by Pragg.
Yeah,
Arjun is struggling from last 2 months. Needs to take guys. These players, youngsters, they might seem like struggling, but all it needs them is one good result, and they are back. So I wouldn't be so quick to say, okay, he's struggling and so on. By the way, he's going to play at Tata Steel Chess India as well later this month, 29th of November.
yeah. And as you said, one game is all it takes to change everything, Sagar bhai.
And one
Uh,
move is all it takes to win a game. So here,
yeah,
while he is worse, I still believe that Arjun has some chances in such a position.
yeah.
Time wise, both have 2 minutes left on the clock. Oh, by the way, Liam starting to create some again some or the other pressure here. Rook c1 played.
But
Cheeky guy. King
I,
h2, yeah, just
yeah, I just cannot imagine. That's 2 pawns too much. I
yeah.
don't even see if black has a threat.
Correct. That is true. Okay, so coming to Arjun's game now, the Pragg, I think we can say that he will win this.
Yeah,
Guys, there's not going to be any jinxing now. That game, Queen g4 played here by
yeah.
Arjun.
What, what is, what is something that comes to your mind
Rook
here from the
a7
white?
he played. Just
Wow.
entering the seventh. I think these are the kinds of positions which are the toughest to play against Wesley because he's so accurate in these better
Yeah,
positions.
He's not afraid of any knight h3 kind of stuff. Just, keeping his nerve. Knight h3, gh3, queen f3 looks a little scary, but
Yeah, somehow this is protected, and actually you're right. Queen f3 might just give Arjun the play he wants, and queen g2, queen e3. So I think Arjun might go for it. No, he goes first h5.
h5.
He's
Hmm.
like, let's keep it going. This reminds me of the typical King's Indian play कि पूरा तो queen side वाट लग गया है, like the pieces have entered here for white, but only hope is to kill this guy. That is your
Only
only
hope is
chance.
checkmate.
Yes, if you can manage it, that's great. That is what King's Indian is all about. b6 played. Okay, Wesley
Wow.
wants
So
to
I am
queen the
I
pawn.
think he might just go h4, b7, h3.
क्या बात है, क्या बात है. Okay, so h4, b7, and just push. And let's say if you make a queen here, then
h3.
already it's a take and checkmate. Oh my god. Okay, okay, this is how things can roll. No, he goes rook b8 first. He's like, pehle isko apun, let's take this under control.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, 1 minute 10 seconds left for
Second,
Wesley.
yeah. Getting very tense now, all of a sudden, Sagar bhai.
Yeah, 143 for Arjun. This can go either way.
And 55 seconds. I think Wesley might be feeling a little bit of a pressure here because his king is under fire, and
Correct.
even though he's winning, practically कुछ भी हो सकता है सागर भाई.
Absolutely. It's like, you are taught since a young age that king is the most important piece, which is true. And so you have always that fear, even though you're totally winning, which the engines never have. Engines are like, भाई हमारा king को पूरा ये भी निकाल दो pawn वॉन कुछ नहीं, we'll calculate. But human beings are just stressed out. And look at Wesley, 22 seconds, and he pushes his pawn to
B7.
b7. And Arjun should make his next move quickly. Yes, he does. He
I
is
like it. I
playing.
like it.
This is Arjun. Classic Arjun. He's playing with the psychology of his opponent. h4, wanting
Yeah,
to go h3.
h3 and just go all in here with the black pieces. I like it because the
Oh,
objectively is not, and just take on
भाई
h3, Sagar bhai. Maybe
मार दो
maro,
चेक एंड
maro,
फिर
maro.
ये.
Dana dan de dana.
No, no, wait. Actually, let's say take queen h2. How do we continue here? Because
Give a
queen
check
e3.
first.
You want to give a check f3 pay. Because queen e3, there was queen h4. There also there's bishop h6.
Bishop h6. Yeah.
But Wesley seems to have sort of slightly cracked, and Arjun now can take. Look at Arjun there. Today he's come like in a very, how do you say, informal attire. He wants to just beat his opponent, looking very fresh. I think Arjun's getting into the rhythm of this 1:30 a.m. thing.
Yeah, Sagar bhai, I really like this quote. Sacrifice first, think later.
हाँ वो तो है, but I think Arjun just making sure that he doesn't land up in some kind of a
Yeah,
lost position. But you are
yeah,
right. I think he should have just taken, and he takes it.
yeah. Take it. Very nice.
Okay, okay. Now
Put him
Wesley,
under the pressure.
I don't think Wesley can find a move like Rook F1. Like
Yeah,
it's not humanly possible to first give up a pawn like this and then say nothing has happened.
but if there's anyone who can do it, is him. He goes rook 8.
भाई ये मारो, pawn free में
मारो
मर रहा है.
जो मिल रहा है मारो सागर भाई.
पेलो यहाँ पे just take here. It's a nice free pawn, Arjun Vai. And also that's the only move. If you don't play it, he's just going to
Yeah,
take and get the other rook in.
yeah, yeah. 35 seconds for him, and Praggnanandhaa has won his game in the
क्या बात
meanwhile.
है, क्या बात है.
Like one game and रुक भी सन मार दिया.
वाह,
सागर
मार
भाई
दिया
अभी तो
है.
जीतना ही है यार. वेस्ली सो से बस हो गया. हमेशा हरा रहा है हमको.
देखते हैं. Like Wesley, the position is now equal. The bar is saying all is equal. He goes bishop d8. And bhai, look at this move. Rook b8. Just come back. I think that's one possibility. The other one is moving. Yes, he finds it. Rook
He
b8.
plays it. He plays it. Very nice. Very nice. Sagar by 18 seconds for Wesley, and you look at his face. He's completely tensed.
Absolutely. I think he's not going to be able to
Take.
uh, survive this pressure. But
Let's
let's see.
focus on this game. Wow.
Take. Yes. And now G takes
8,
h3.
7, 6, 5,
Kilo
4,
Wesley
3. Sagar by
takes
2.
queen h2. Okay. And now what? Should
I
we
was
take the
thinking
bishop or check?
three check.
Check first, queen g2, and then take on e3.
Yeah, that's what I like, Sagar by. Check first, think later.
भाई ये वाला philosophy we have to learn from Harshit. Do many things first, then think later में क्या क्या आता है. But right now 34 seconds for Arjun. I think Arjun is right now thinking between this check or directly
Yeah.
taking on e3.
Mhm.
Which one?
Yeah, I think both are fine, Sagar by, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yeah, both look good. He first gives a check, queen g2 takes. Wesley takes on g6. Wesley is like, now I'm attacking you, Arjun.
Maybe we might see a perpetual exchanging of queens, Sagar by, actually leading into some kind of a drawn opposite color endgame. Queen g2 now.
But this one, let's say, I think I'm very sure that Arjun might just take a pawn on c3 and say, let's play.
Yeah.
He
Rook
goes
c3
king
looks, queen
g1.
c3, rook g1 looks a little, king g1, h3.
h3. And now only move is rook a8. Come on, this is not easy.
Not easy, not
Not
easy.
easy.
सागर भाई ये गेम तो जीतना है.
But threat क्या है? Harshit, what's white's threat here?
That is h2.
h2,
Black's
king
threat.
h2. Sorry, yeah, black's threat takes.
Rook b2 and
ओ
mate.
भाई घुस के मेट
Mate
हो रहा
करना है
है.
सागर भाई.
मेट हो रहा है.
Look, Sagar Wesley is shaking his head. He doesn't know what to do.
Wesley So, come on, 15 seconds. You have to. I think the only move when you will see h2 and rook b2. Oh, finds it. What a brilliant move by Wesley So. Fantastic chess. And now has to take on a8.
Yeah.
Otherwise, what else? I think this was the key move. Yeah, Wesley found it.
What an insane move found in 11 with less than 10 seconds on the clock. Incredible.
Yeah, fantastic chess. But 2 pawns up still for Arjun, so we can't really say that this is going to end in a draw for sure. Still everything to play for.
But still, Black's king is also very weak, I think. So hard to imagine.
Oh, he just
Yeah.
goes for a draw.
Yeah.
Okay. Arjun said
Yeah,
enough
yeah,
of excitement for one day. Let's just agree to a draw now. What a game. Wesley heaving a sigh of relief. He's like, bach gaya bhai.
Yeah.
At some point, it was getting really very nervous. And Arjun, no expression. I mean, I wouldn't say he's
Yeah.
happy or sad. He's just
He
okay.
should be happy. He was much, much worse in the beginning, Sagar Bhai. We both thought that, Wesley So definitely on the upper hand there, but Arjun showing his bullet skills in the end, managing to, trick Wesley.
I mean, these youngsters, they can really outplay anyone from any position. So
Yeah,
I don't know if this is a good thing that they do, because at the end of the day, I mean, to land in such a worse position and still manage to save yourself is amazing. Okay,
Kamal.
draw for Arjun Bhai, and Pragg beating Liem Quang Liem here. So that is how the scores are. And Harshit, we should definitely have a look at the game of Magnus. I think this is
Yeah,
something which we should check out, because
I'll
Magnus.
just quickly get some water, Sagar Bhai.
And Harshit Bhai, what is for dinner? Everyone's asking and waiting. कि भाई आज क्या खाने वाले हैं हर्षित भाई?
सागर भाई मैंने आज पहले ही खा के आ गया.
अरे यार, क्यों घर से आई थिंक डांट आया रहेगा कि हर्षित શું ખાઈ છે તું આટલું બધું એવરી ડે પિઝા સેન્ડવિચ
अक्कल वगैरह नो.
हर्षित लाइक ठीक है पानी पीते हैं सिर्फ. Okay, so while Harshit gets his bit of water, let me just tell you guys that the Diwali sale that we have right now, which is going to end tonight, which actually was going to end by 12, we have extended it by one day till 17th tomorrow. That's going to be the final day, because the main reason is that there were a lot of people who said we got to know about this a little late, and we wanted to ensure that people can get their ChessBase 17's mega database. So the first link in the description Also, please make sure that you check out ChessSpa in Chess Adventure Park. Please do check it. If you have any questions right now, please do let me know in the chat. क्या बोलता है जनता लोग? हसन इमाम से say first, regret later. अरे अरे. Nitesh Sukhdev says, Sagar bhai, ek walk around kar do. For sure, I will definitely give you a roundup. And just to let you know the standings of this tournament, Magnus is leading with Duda 6 out of 6. Dono. Then Anish on 4, Liem on 4, Shakhriyar Mamedyarov on 3, Praggnanandhaa on 1, and today it's the battle of two players who are on 0, Arjun and Wesley. Both are on 0. Let's see who scores. Is ChessSpa for kids? Are ChessSpa is for just about everyone. You know, it fills your soul with lot of happiness. I'm not even joking. The people whom we have sent right now, the few copies which we got, they have loved it. In fact, we sent it to one of our very close people because we wanted them to check this. They said that they shared it with their kids, and they just enjoyed it. I think the kids were 7 or 8 years old, and even they were just enamored by the very beautiful looking ChessSpa there. Okay. And yes, we have Harshit bhai coming. Please review Carlsen's game. Yes, we were just waiting for Harshit to come back, and then we were going to check. Let's have a look at Carlsen versus Mamedyarov. So, knight f3 d5. By the way, Diwakar Shukla ji saying, Sagar bhai, future में Indian languages में chess book आने का कोई chance है? I'm going to translate this ChessSpa in Chess Adventure Park in Hindi for sure. We'll get Niklesh bhai to translate this, because then lot of people who do not understand English will definitely read it in the at least northern India, and then in other languages, if it becomes very popular, we'll think about say Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, and so on. Okay, knight f3 d5, and then you go g3, g6, bg2, bg7. Okay, all good, normal chess.
Yeah.
भाई ये वाला लाइन में how can you win so quickly? Let's see. dc, e4, b5, queen e2, a5, rook d1, knight d7, and he goes d5. So this is all theory, I believe. Take.
Yeah. It's also a psychological thing, Sagar bhai. Whenever Magnus is playing it against you, it becomes much more scary.
Yes, but in a way, if you see, Harshit, black has got 3 pawns for a piece and also a very nice structure here.
Yeah.
Knight to b5, e6,
e6 looks a little bit slow, but yeah, still pretty good.
I will later on just want to check this on our database कि भाई ऐसा कोई game हुआ है क्या in this line, and try to understand. I guess Harshit, you might be aware कि ये theory है या नहीं.
I don't think that there are many games in this line actually, Sagar bhai. Okay. Definitely not more than 5. So
knight f d4, he took ab, rook e8. Maybe not the best move here. Better would have been a4 or b3, trying to play on the queen side, but he went rook e8. And now I want to ask you and the chat, what is this classy move here that Magnus played? Very tough, actually. But I think Magnus knew these motifs because he must have studied them at some point. Guys, white to play. Yeah.
My first intuition, I'll just wait for the chat and then I'll explain what my first intuition was. It seems like white needs to somehow break this pawn structure of d5, c4, b4. So something like b3 does come into mind, Sagar bhai.
Arey yaar, kya hi badhiya move. What a excellent idea. And let me see if anyone in the chat found this. No, people are saying nc6 and bishop g5 and rook a4. But look at this idea. Harshit, the main thing is that you want to break this structure, right?
Yeah, break the structure and open up the position, because we are the one having the bishop pair. And ये तो अभी हमने countless times कह चुका है कि when you have a bishop pair, it's in your favor to open up the position.
But what about c3? I mean, people are always scared of giving a protected passer. It's like let's say in a relationship, You are just allowing the other person to dominate one part of the life.
ओ भाई भाई.
Harshit is like, भाई ये सब नहीं सोचा, मैं तो B3 C3 सिर्फ सोच रहा था.
But I think the biggest point is that now the pawns on a5 and b4 are kind of blocked by the pawn on b3. So एक pawn दो pawn को control कर रहा है. Pawn c3 का कहीं पे भी नहीं जा रहा है. And also, if you notice, it was in black's favor to put the pawn on light squares because he has a dark square bishop.
You mean this bishop
So
can
now that the pawns are on the dark squares, black's bishop on
this
g7.
one gets a
Yeah,
little
that is
passive. Got it.
yeah.
So, and also here, like knight c6, bishop e3, and this pawn is going nowhere. It's called pseudo domination, guys. You just give the power to the other player, I mean the other person, but it's just powerless. There's nothing actually happening. All these
Yeah.
very important moves. b3, he took rook a4, blocking the
Oh,
pawns.
that was a very tough move.
This is great because if you take here, then he can get
A4,
a4.
yeah.
So first
Oh,
Magnus is
this
like,
is
इसको मारेंगे,
classy.
पर पहले block मारेंगे.
Yeah,
Knight d7. Now he took knight b6, and Magnus is like, भाई ये तो free pawn है ना?
मारो मारो.
मारो, free है. Oh, but this is the thing. He wanted to come to
Oh, knight
c3.
c3, yeah. But we have knight c6.
He came here. And now not taking here because this comes with a check, and then this hangs, and then this. So he went, yeah, queen d3, queen b6.
Tempo, bishop e3.
And he played here rook e1. I guess bishop e3 was also
e3
playable.
might run into d4 actually.
d4
was double
strong.
Attack.
Yeah. So he went rook e1, queen b5, take, bishop d5.
Maybe Shaq just missed this because you cannot give up this pawn.
And now it's like clearly winning for Magnus. He is just having an extra piece, and black has only 2 pawns.
I think that Magnus has just a tremendous score against Shakhriyar.
No, actually, Harshit, earlier it was like he was dominating every time, but I think Shak has pulled back a few games recently, in recent times. And now here he just resigned. He said like, क्या ही खेलेंगे ये वाला position. So he's just done it. Okay. And got it. So here, guys, the next game is going to start very, very soon. And Harshit bhai, someone said your hair game is on point. Have you highlighted your hair today?
I just got a haircut recently, so maybe it's that.
इधर आगे से ऐसे लग रहा है ब्राउन कलर.
नहीं सागर भाई,
नहीं
कलर बिलर पीछे नहीं चढ़ बढ़ता.
Maybe inspired by Raunak, you got some kind of a color done. Okay, one question by Sagar Abad. Are there only 7 rounds or qualifiers also later? No, I think there are only 7 rounds here. So all will play all, and we'll find a winner. I think I can show you guys the standings as well here कि क्या चल रहा है ये tournament में. If I can just make this work, I'll try to do it in a professional way. Standings. Yeah, this is.
So we had 3 results in this round because Anish Giri also lost his first game against Jan-Krzysztof Duda.
Yeah, Duda is on 6 out of 6, as we can see here.
Oh my God.
These are the standings in the tournament, guys. Right now, you will see that Duda and Magnus on the top with 6, Anish Giri on 4 with Liem, Mamedyarov on 3, Pragg on 1, Arjun and Wesley both are on 0 points. So these are the standings. Okay, coming back to our main screen here. And yeah, next round I think very critical because Pragg already leading and Arjun will have white pieces. तो मजा आने वाला है दोस्तों.
मजा आएगा. और Pragg has learned it the hard way that our game is not over until it's over. you have to be careful until the very end. Anish Giri showing yesterday कि 2-0 down भी होने के बाद match में, you can make a comeback.
Absolutely.
The odds of that were, very, very low. But Anish Giri proving why the fighting spirit is always very important to have.
Absolutely right. By the way, Monkey in the chat says Ronaldo interview is over and I am here. After Ronaldo ChessBase India, let's go. So कोई मैच था आज हर्षित भाई फुटबॉल का?
I'm not sure, but I think everyone might be, preparing for the World Cup happening in the FIFA World Cup for Qatar. So maybe they're giving interviews for that.
अच्छा.
I don't know if it's possible, but somehow I really want to go and watch a match there.
Why is it not possible? All you have to do is book a ticket, buy a ticket for the game, and ho jaye. And I'm sure someone from our chat might be going there. So
Oh,
you
yeah.
might be able to find some people there as well. Guys, anyone wants to go to football finals? Maybe just you can contact Harshit on Instagram. Okay, by the way, this is how the players have come on their chair. Arjun
Mhm.
looking very, very relaxed there. I think today he's come in a different mindset. And I think Harshit, जैसे मेरा भी, if you see, first day was very tough doing it at 1. Second, 1:30. Second was slightly better. Today, even like I could sleep. Like 8
Yeah,
o'clock, I was already sleeping till 10, 10:30, 11. So I think body gets used to it slowly.
yeah, yeah, that's true. But the thing is, if it gets too used to it, then it's going to be difficult to get up earlier.
Switch कर देंगे वो. That is not a tough thing. You don't sleep. By the way, the arbiter always goes from behind. We can't see his face only. Who's the arbiter? Oh, he's wearing a hoodie and all. Can't see him.
Wow.
By the way, Sanket Joshi, who's backer of Indian chess for 11 months, says match नहीं था. Famous interview हुआ है रोनाल्डो का. भाई
I
इंटरव्यू
think
इतना जल्दी कैसे फेमस हो सकता है?
no, I think it's the interview with Piers Morgan actually that he gave, and I think it got quite viral. So maybe they're referring to that interview.
अभी अच्छा हो गया है ऑलरेडी.
हाँ, interview हो गया.
So he saw it later. Oh, by the way, Arjun Erigaisi playing the London system against Wesley So. Harshit bhai, have you played London with white pieces?
I have not played it with the white pieces, but I have faced it many times with the black pieces. And as we know, Nihal is,
Big expert.
using this many times. So maybe Arjun is maybe, take learning something from his friend and also using it.
Right. And I think Wesley is playing the most solid option here. Oh, he goes queen b6 here. I think there was another line which I really liked with black was bishop d6, bishop g3. I'm sure there are many other. Oh, the bishop b5 is now starting to trend, right? Like here, as we
Yeah.
had seen, I think
Mhm.
on day 1. Knight c6 and then take here
95.
on
Mhm.
knight e5. Yeah. So he went queen b6 in this position, queen b3,
Mhm.
bd7. This is Nihal Wesley.
This is, I think Wesley might have a lot of experience in the London system with both sides. So I'm very curious to see what idea he is going to implement here.
Right, right. This is very
Bishop d7.
ये उसने उसके निहाल के साथ भी खेला था. बिशप इधर रखता है फिर नाइट इधर.
हाँ, so that bishop b5 पे नहीं आ पाएगा.
Wow, this is something very interesting. By the way, Sagar Dhoteji has sent a super chat. A regular viewer says, हर्षित भाई DM देख लेना प्लीज. देखो हर्षित भाई, आपको मिल गया है साथी कतार जाने के लिए. Sagar bhai have registered for my first chess corporate tourney at E&Y. Started following chess because of pandemic. And you guys, Endgame is not on point. Video recommendations to prep. Any good Endgame videos Harshit bhai?
For Endgame, I think the very first thing, I don't know what level he is on, but I think the first stage is to know how to mate with a queen, then with a rook, then with two bishops, and then the most difficult mate, the bishop knight mate. So these are the very basics of the endgame. And after that, Sagar bhai, I think Karsten Mueller the person who makes videos for ChessBase, I would highly recommend it कि उसके videos तुम देखोगे
Hmm.
तो बहुत ही मतलब सीखने मिलेगा, बहुत अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन करते हैं। निहाल सरीन खुद भी उनके इंटरव्यू बॉक्स में एक बार गए थे और इंटरव्यू लिया था हैम्बर्ग में।
Correct.
सो इफ यू कैन गेट एक्सेस टू दैट, आई थिंक इट्स अवेलेबल ऑन चेसबेस वीडियोस, दैट
Yeah.
वुड बी ग्रेट। यू कैन टेल हाउ यू कैन एक्सेस इट।
You can get ChessBase account, guys. It's for 1,500 rupees a year plus GST, so it comes to 1,700. And you can get one full year. वहाँ पे videos है, Carsten Mueller का पूरा endgame sessions है, and I think that can really help. Carsten Mueller is currently like one of the biggest experts on the endgames out there. And also, my one more suggestion here is to go for Silman's Endgame course, Sagarji. That book is really very structured and nicely put. It will help you to improve your endgames tremendously. I don't know if you have enough time for it, but if you have, that is my suggestion. Okay. By the way, h4 played by Arjun. So I think Arjun is prepared for Wesley's weird idea with bd7, bishop c6, knight d7 with h4 on the board. Let's
Yeah.
see how this continues. And let's quickly check what is Praggnanandhaa up to. Pragg has the black pieces now. He opens
Mm-hmm.
against d4 with e6, knight f3, d5.
Catalan.
Catalan takes bishop g2 and bd7.
Slightly rare, I would say,
Hmm.
nowadays, but it was played a lot. It has been played a lot um, in the old times. I think knight c6 now.
He
Oh, it
went
was bishop c6. Oh yeah, yeah, bishop c6.
take. And I think one of the things that Liam did is castles. And a question for chat always is, why is bishop c6 giving triple pawns to black? Not a, I mean, it's a possible play, but it's not like giving advantage to white. What is the reason? In spite of having such a terrible structure, why is black doing fine still in this position?
Yeah, and as they're thinking, maybe I can start explaining it to them. One of the biggest reasons is that the king side becomes a little vulnerable for the white side without the bishop on g2 and the light squares, as you rightly pointed out, becoming a little weak. And also the black having two breaks, c5 and e5, um, kind of opening up the position, um, taking lead in the development. I think those are the biggest reasons. And also, let's not forget we are a pawn up. So
Yes.
pawn up to hai.
Pawn up. And also one more thing which they have mentioned, Ayush Gupta has said
Yeah,
open b file.
very
So
nice point actually. Yeah,
yeah, guys, so you understand that everything is not about looks on the chessboard,
yeah.
and also off it. You you have
That
to.
I don't know, Sagar.
Arey, what, Harshit? Everything is not
I'm
about looks.
joking. I'm
So
joking. I'm
here,
joking.
you just have to also understand that there are other factors at play. So he castled queen d7, e3, rook d8 played by Pragg. Some prep maybe. Queen c2, e5, de, knight e5, and now he plays f4, which is
Oh,
actually
wow.
not a good move. The engine suddenly starts
Wow.
to favor black, but Harshit, do you see the point? Because clearly Liem is prepared against Pragg's next move, which is knight d3. What is going wrong here
It's
for
very
Liem?
surprising. Let's maybe go with the most natural move, knight to d3. What is
Okay, knight
happening?
d3. I think his plan was queen c4, right?
Queen into c4. Yeah,
Hmm.
that looks like the plan.
And now an important
Bishop
move to be,
c5.
yes, you are right, bishop c5, first move. And now, I mean,
Yeah,
let's
and
say I try to pin you like this.
yeah, and if you try to pin me like that, Sagar by
There is a
me,
very nice move. Let's ask our
very nice.
chat while
Yeah.
Harshit is also thinking, and I think he's got it already. What
Oh,
should,
it's insane actually. It's an incredible move, Sagar by no?
incredible, yeah, incredible idea here, very nice move. It's all about disco divane.
Uh,
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
Arre, Ajay Parwani ji, very quick to find the move. Well done. Also, Beradia. And these are the people. Actually, not everyone has found it, this move. But yes, Ajay, Raj Anand, Beradia, Madhuri, Abhimanyu, Shazmanu, Vamshi, Nihal, Rahul, and Doctors United.
Wow. And
Fantastic
also,
move.
I would give a highlight. I would actually, give a shout out to all the people who mentioned B5, because a very like kind of in like very peculiar idea that they have found, trying to dislodge the queen, because after queen c3, Sagar bhai,
Hmm. Varun Mahishi
um
ji, this is for you. He's the
yeah,
only one who found B5. Yeah.
very interesting that you actually spotted this idea. So yeah, well done.
Which after which move you were saying? Queen?
Queen c3, there
Ah,
is knight into c1 now, because after rook takes d7,
this
there is
check.
knight e2 check.
Got it. Got it. Okay. So this is some tactics there. In the game, Pragg after f4
He played knight
has
d3.
played knight d3, and he's like, Liam, are you sure? Because Liam could have played something else here. He could have gone knight d2. He could have even, I don't think he can take here because of maybe c6 and the bishop is sort of misplaced.
Mhm.
But he could have done knight d2 or bd2, but he went f4, and Pragg is now maybe looking at his
Pragg on
second
fire. Pragg
win.
on fire.
देखते हैं आज if he doesn't falter. And meanwhile, Arjun in his game after h4 a5,
Mhm.
knight f3, castles, h5 a4, मतलब ये यहां से आ रहे हैं, ये यहां से आ रहे हैं.
Sagar
It's
bhai, this can become very complicated very quickly,
mm,
because white का अटैक इतना फास्ट आता है ना, h6 g4 कभी मेट हुआ पता ही नहीं चलता है.
yeah, this can get very nasty. So you are saying, Harshit, keep the queens?
Oh, I tough decision. I mean, it's tempting to play it, but the problem is, Sagar bhai, a3 is also coming very quickly, and after b3 he can take on d4 maybe. And then also there is problems on the c file for the white side. He takes on b6, the more pragmatic approach.
Yeah, safer takes here. But now this endgame is going to be interesting to see how he plays. I think this is something which is not easy to sort of get an advantage as white. But let's see, a3 first.
Yeah.
Stopping this pawn. And maybe at some point h6 आ जाएगा अंदर. h6
So
g6.
मुझे लगता है h6 ऐसा move है which you don't want to play, but you also always want to keep it. Like how the threat is more dangerous than the execution, because if black ever goes h6, then we go g4, g5 very quickly,
Yeah,
and break it. So it's like मैं खेल सकता हूँ h6, मैं नहीं खेल सकता हूँ, और मैं सच में ही खेल दूंगा कभी तो, so it's yeah, of course, h6, as you mentioned, a very important idea, because after g6 the dark squares become very weak,
correct.
um, for the black side here.
So, by the way, Harshit, one very important question, because this is today crux around Indians have not won. So we
Yeah.
have to address this question कि आज अगर Indians जीतेंगे तो what is the dare that you are going to do? So वो तो मतलब we have to talk about it. We have to address this very important fact. So how about keeping it the same? If Pragg wins, then वो हो जाए गाना हो जाए,
Yeah.
because he's better. Like, and if Arjun beats Wesley, which is not going to be easy, then we
Yeah.
our prank call idea to Samay.
Okay.
Okay, done. Chalo,
Let's
guys.
do it.
So all set for the things that we are going to witness today. We are hoping that we can hear the prank call as well as Harshit bhai ka madhur awaz.
Madhur.
Room tour for Harshit. Arey, room tour is not a dare, guys. That we will anyway do to Harshit
अरे,
cleaning his room day by day. थोड़ा थोड़ा हर रोज क्लीन कर रहे हैं. And अनुव्रत सक्सेना जी कह रहे हैं भाई सागर भाई गिव डिफरेंट डेयर बिकॉज yesterday didn't go so well. नहीं नहीं दोस्तों, that they did not know. Even if I ask Arjun Praggnanandhaa that do you know you won the Arjuna award, he may say I don't know, I'm focused on tournament. तो डेयर तो दूर
yeah.
की बात है. Dancing guitarist saying, meanwhile, Samay watching the video be like, okay, I will act surprised. I don't think Samay is watching this. I'm not sure. If he is watching, he will call right now. He will not. Okay, Bishop c5 played by Pragg.
Wow. Sagar bhai, he might again take a 2-0 lead in this match.
Correct, correct. This and then he will be like, let's not have
अब नहीं
any.
छोड़ूंगा भाई, अब तो
कल का
पकड़
कुछ
के
नहीं.
मतलब
No deja vus.
अब पहले ही घोड़े को मार देंगे गेम के पहले.
Bishop d3, have to play it. By the way, Harshit, what about chopping this pawn up?
I think you can just castle maybe.
Just.
And you can even like go c6 next. Queen e7 is coming. Knight g4 also coming.
So let's say I go back.
Yeah, and I think just first of all, knight c1. Okay, no, just queen e7 looks very good.
Queen e7, or as you said, knight g4. This is getting.
Yeah, queen e7 is very, very good. Just
very
attacking.
dangerous.
Yeah. तो सागर भाई ये तो मतलब मजा आ सकता है यहाँ पे.
Correct. And by the way, Abhimanyu Parashar is saying h5, h4. Also very interesting, h5, h4.
Yeah.
But you generally don't want to keep your king still in the center with some check at some point, or the bishop, somehow getting here. We don't want to get into all that. So castling might be safer. Jonathan Ebenezer says in Twitter, Pragg commented about Arjuna award. Jonathan G, don't expect these youngsters to be handling their social media accounts. Not all of them handle it. I know for a fact that many of their parents or managers manage them, and they have been open about it. Like, they have always said that my manager handles it. Nihal has always said that his manager takes care of it. So I don't think they even know what's happening on their social media often.
Knight to c3 was played, Sagar bhai.
Oh, knight c3 by हर्षित भाई, क्या है ये खाना, जरा थोड़ा लोगों का इंटरेस्ट नाइट c3 में तो है ही, बट व्हाट इज ओहो, ये
I am eating an energy bar.
वाह, is it like protein bar or something?
No, but it has like almond raisins, so it's very, very, very tasty.
Wow. What's the brand that I mean, not promoting it, but just to know, because generally these bars are either healthy or not, or tasty. It can't be both.
I actually got it from a bakery, so it's freshly made, so there is no brand.
Okay, got it. Oh, by the way, अभी मेरे को बहुत भूख लग रहा है somehow, but people are saying bishop e3. Dosto, don't take such a pawn. This is a pawn which you never want to take, especially because there can be certain problems down here. I understand that knight is controlling this square for now, but getting such a position might not be to Pragg's liking. Although there's no direct win.
There is no rook a1, so we have that covered. We also have knight f2 ideas in the air. So not the worst idea, but I think I would still prefer something like castles, maybe.
Right. True. So right now, let's not jump in because bishop is really not very active. And by the way, something exciting happening in Arjun's game.
Oh, wow.
Arjun is saying, who said that queens are needed for an attack? I can attack even without queens. Look at them.
Yep. Yeah. And now g6 is an idea.
Yeah, he's trying to soften up this position, and white looking very pretty here. Tushnik Ghosh says, Sagar bhai, I was there at DreamHack and it was so special, great fun. Having a pick with Biswa was dream come true. Arey badhiya Tushnik ji. Additionally, Harshit bhai's got exactly looking like Amir Khan from Dil Chahta Hai. Arey bhai, biggest compliment. Harshit bhai.
Arey, thank you Tushnik bhai, aap to rula hi doge.
एंड बेराडिया इज सेइंग कल पिज्जा का क्रेविंग दिया, सॉरी परसों था वो, कल सैंडविच का, और मैं तो डाइट कर रहा हूँ भाई. बेराडिया जी, आप चेस पे फोकस कीजिए, ये सब मोह माया भूल जाइए. सो 95. And he takes on d4. Now Harshit, what would you recapture with the pawn, c pawn or the e
Well,
pawn?
honestly, E pawn looks like the most obvious decision.
Hmm. Because you don't want to open
Um,
the c file still. I
Yeah,
mean,
you just
black
don't
it's
want to open the this file. And also, in these kind of structures, e takes d4 is a very normal and logical recapture because, as you mentioned, the c file should not be opened. And also, the e file is now opened up for the white side, which he
hmm.
can take advantage after the pawn break on g6. The e6 pawn is going to definitely be softened up in the future.
Correct. I think he might go bishop e8 and try to play, but then Arjun can slowly even long castle and try to get his rook here. I think this is going to
Yeah.
be very interesting. Oh, and Wesley, by the way, goes knight c4 almost instantly.
Mhm. Nice move because
Yeah, if you
now
take the
if you
bishop
take with
opens
the
up.
knight, the bishop opens up. Still, I like this position for white a little bit. Rook h3 maybe also something possible.
Yeah, rook
Um,
h3. Harshit, there's a beautiful move for black. I want you to think and also the chat. It's a very unusual move in the position that gives black good counterplay.
wow. Bring in everything from your army in the game. I'll give a hint if I'm right.
Yes, yes, you are absolutely right. Varun Singh says Harshit is one of the best fun GMs you have had on for commentary. Love his style. Kya hi swag.
Oh,
Harshit
thanks
bhai.
so much.
Uh,
Thanks a lot, guys.
no, I think very few people are able to find this move. Harshit, if you can explain to our.
Yeah. So now we see that the rook on a8 is not doing a good job at all. So we have to bring in that piece in the game. In the end game, it's very important to have all the pieces in the game. And rook a8 to a5, attacking the pawn on g5, and taking control of the fifth rank. Amazing rook lift idea, Sagar bhai.
Yeah,
And
beautiful.
a very recurring one that we've seen in many of these guys' games.
I must tell you guys that Rook A5 is a typical thing. Like for example, let's say since childhood, if you wake up early in the morning, फिर आप समझो breakfast करते हो, फिर काम पे जाते हो, like school पे जाते थे, whatever. If you have that sort of routine, you get into some kind of a psychological, I wouldn't say trap, but a
Mhm.
monotony. And that same thing happens on the chessboard as well. You get into this monotony that rooks need to be activated always on files like this. But
Yeah.
then you can sometimes wake up in the night. You can sometimes have skip breakfast. Sometimes you don't have. And that is how rooks can also be activated on the ranks. Rook a5. Why not?
Yeah, yeah.
And I think keeping an open mind is very important for this reason.
For a
By
relationship.
Harshit, talking about important stuff now. But Harshit, G6 played Arjun not
Yeah.
even touching this night.
It looks very interesting, Sagar, by kind of asking Black a difficult question कि भाई तुझे किस पॉन से मारना है और कौन सा पॉन वीक करना है
Yeah,
क्योंकि if you take with the F pawn तो फिर E6 pawn will be very weak.
correct.
And if you take with the H pawn, you open the H file for the rook. So not an easy decision for so
Mm. But let's imagine that I take here, and take this. Now you can't take on f7 because the knight will take back. So you must
yeah
take here,
with the
and
bishop.
then
Yeah.
if I go f6, wow, this is bad for. I mean, just back and
Yeah, because the E6 pawn is very weak.
yeah, e6 and
I think
h5.
that's the yeah, no, yeah.
But Harshit, then maybe this move, and but it's not easy to play
But
such
it's
a
not easy at all to do this move because I it's not easy because you weaken up both the E6 and G6 pawn, but it works concretely because you have this idea of going bishop F6 followed by king F7, also bringing the rook from C8 to H8.
hmm.
But I think this is a great practical try by Arjun,
Yeah,
um,
and
forcing Wesley to make a tough decision.
I agree. If Wesley can find this moves, next few moves, he will be out of the woods. But if he goes wrong, Arjun will get a huge advantage. Let's
Yeah.
quickly go and check what is up with Pragg, because something seems to have gone in the favor of Liem or not, because he went queen e7, good move, king
Mhm.
h1, and now c6 was really
Yeah.
a
But
good move.
yeah, but I think castle is very good practical decision. Just castle, let him make the difficult choices. Bishop b7, bishop takes e3,
He took.
knight to d5.
Ooh, he took.
Hmm.
He played here.
Nice move by Lekwang Liem.
Yeah,
Um,
the thing is now the d3 knight is hanging,
but
and
you
of
have to
course
take
queen.
on d5.
So
You
let's
don't have an
say we take
option.
with the knight first, or with the rook
Yeah,
also, some possibilities, right? Take,
yeah,
and then
definitely. Rook takes, bishop takes, knight takes c1. But
correct.
then white can also take back on c1. But I think knight d5 is more logical.
So take
Um,
here,
Queen into d3,
and if
only
you
move.
take here, by the way, then just knight c1 is lost. So you
Yeah.
must take queen takes d3, and now you can't move the knight because this hangs. So you must take here, take
Mhm.
here, and now what do you think, Harshit? Maybe this was a mistake, yeah, to take with this rook.
But knight e3, you still have queen to e2
And
surviving.
now the key move here to get an advantage, guys. Black to play. Try to
Yeah.
think. Sometimes there are always some ideas, but it's true. It's not like totally winning or something, but this is an important move here.
And it's giving it, हम पिन में है, मैं जस्ट हिंट देता हूँ, पिन से निकलना है गाइस.
Yeah, and I think people in the chat, some of them
Wow,
have got it well done. Queen to b4, rook attacked, and also the bishop here, and the right move
beautiful.
given
Yeah.
by Mohit, Prithviraj, Abhimanyu, and Jimit. Well done, guys. Okay, going back to the game. He went. थोड़े moves हो चुके हैं. Knight d5. Oh, he's
Yeah,
still
still
thinking.
thinking.
Not
Yeah.
played yet. Okay, going
Yeah.
to Arjun's game.
Yeah,
Some
this is going to be crucial. What happened here? Knight
he
takes
took
e5.
e5, gh was played,
Mhm.
king
Yeah, good,
h7, and
good.
bishop e5.
Bishop e5. Not easy practically for Wesley, because now bishop d3 check followed by h6 is going to be a big threat.
So let's say I go bishop f6. ये कैसी चाल है? Like here, okay, king g8 or h8? h8, let's say.
I don't think I want to go h6. Actually, I think I can still go h6.
h6, huh?
But
Take,
uh,
take.
I think bishop f6 is simply good for white as well.
You can take, or even this way, just
f4, yeah. It's very, very good, yeah. Bishop e5, e5. बहुत ही अच्छा है ये.
correct. This would be like this bishop, bad bishop, good bishop,
Yeah.
great
King e2
position.
rook h1 आ रहा है फटाफट.
Oh, he goes rook h8, and Wesley showing his sort of defensive skills here. He wants to run with his king, maybe attack this weakened pawn.
Yeah, very nice move.
I think one of the things I have noticed, and Harshit, tell me if you also have seen this, is that Arjun, when he gets some simple endgames with small edge, he is
Mhm.
not able to keep that control as much as he can in complex positions. Maybe that is his, if you look at, he's overall a very strong player, but if there's something that is a slightly weak in him, is this technical
Yeah,
positions.
I think I think that Nihal is someone who excels a lot in these kind of technical positions, whereas Arjun is someone who excels a lot in dynamic positions and positions with initiative.
Hmm.
So I think it's just has to do a lot uh, based on their styles.
Right. Yeah, true. I mean, being good at something definitely also impacts something else.
Hmm.
It is never comes at free cost anything. So rook h8, and now very quickly let's check Magnus. He is better with black against
Oh my
Mamedyarov.
God. मैग्नस के लिए व्हाइट हो ब्लैक हो कुछ भी हो,
कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता.
ग्रीन रेड ब्लू, मुझे लगता है सबसे ही जीत जाएगा.
क्या ही pieces लेके आया है यार. And he's also listening to some music. grooving there. मजा करता है, मतलब chess is a way of living for him.
Yeah.
Magnus के लिए. It's not just about a sport. He just lives it. And Anish also pushing here because he must win. He has lost the first game. So doing pretty well. Okay.
Yeah.
Coming back to Pragg's game, he went bishop c1 here.
Mm-hmm.
Bishop d5 played, not did not take on c1. Bishop b2, rook d1, rook d6, and pawn up position, opposite colored bishop. What would you say, Harshit? Some chances for black for sure.
Yeah, some chances for black for sure, but um, it seems as if white should have enough to make a draw. Mm, but I think Praggnanandhaa is still in a very good spot with the black pieces here, has managed to get a position which can only be played for two results.
Correct, correct. Yeah, this is looking good. Queen d7, queen rook d8, put pressure here. Maybe get the bishop at some point on d4. And you know, guys, when it's opposite colored bishops in the middle game, it's all about whose king is weaker. And here, white king looks slightly weaker than the black one. Could be a
I have
very
a
big
very
point.
interesting. If we could just go back a few moves instead of rook d6, Sagar bhai, there was a move here c7 to c6.
Right, trying to win
And
this.
I was wondering if I could play bishop takes f7 check here.
Wow.
The point is that queen takes f7 runs into queen takes d8,
Yes.
and black has back rank issues here. And king takes f7.
Rook cannot take d8 hanging, so yeah, king takes.
Then queen to b3 check, picking up the bishop on b2. So
Wow.
very, very subtle tactic that was seen by both players, and king h8 just queen to c2 actually,
Means
so
rook
that there is
b8.
no
Correct. Queen
to
c2.
c2, important move. Also stopping queen coming into e4. Um, and this was the subtle idea which made c6 impossible.
Correct. Right. So here it seems like that was very nicely pointed out by Harshit. Queen f3, bishop f6, king g2, c5 played now. And I think as we discussed, Pragg wants to put his bishop on d4. Let's see how that goes. And some things have happened in the game of Wesley
Wow.
versus Arjun. He went king d2, check came
Mm-hmm.
in. He could have played
Mm-hmm.
f4, which was a nice move, but he went king c2, which is also fine. f6, and now,
And now rook dg1.
oh yes,
Rook ag1.
exactly, that was the best move, but Arjun doesn't play it because now this was very powerful. White is better here.
Also, or something I would probably play in a heartbeat, Sagar bhai, because ed4 runs into h6 maybe even. Or first check.
Yeah,
First
both
check and
maybe
then h6.
check king here
And
and then
h6 is
push.
just deadly.
ये
Deadly.
मर रहा है, कोई बचा ही नहीं सकता.
Yeah.
Wow. So this was actually a big miss here by Arjun. He could have gone rook a g1, and that could have put. Maybe he had seen. Maybe he didn't like bishop here, or I don't know what. Check.
But now bishop takes f6. The
Ah.
bishop d. Yeah.
Oh, directly you are saying could also take.
No, first check, and then because now he will have f5.
There is take, check, and f5. Right, f5 blocking.
So first bishop d3 check, and it's just winning for white.
Yeah, Arjun went bishop g3 back here. King g8, rook e1. He wants to put pressure on this point, but I think
But
Wesley has under control. Yeah, things.
not very clinical because he had a big chance, Sagar bhai. It's hard to get these big chances against someone like Wesley. Rook a to g1 was a very natural move, and had he found that, would have been in almost a winning shape here, but still has some pressure. King f7, bishop d3 played.
Right. I think Arjun will try to put some pressure with bishop g6 here. Get the bishop here. f5 played by Wesley. And you know, this is the thing. Arjun can press, but Wesley is so good at defense. I remember that when I did this video with Nihal after he finished second at Global Chess Championship, he showed one game where he had winning chances against Wesley, but
Mhm.
Wesley defended so well that that game ended in a draw. That Nihal was winning, and it actually took away all his sort of feeling कि मैं जीत
Energy.
पाऊंगा.
Yeah.
Because once you have a winning position and you can't win it, it's also psychological downer for you.
Yep. Definitely.
Bishop f6.
Maybe quickly jumping back to Pragg's game, Sagar, while to see if he's trying to create some chances there. Queen to c7, but I think that uh, this game is heading towards a draw.
But he did not exchange queens. Yeah, Pragg will fight, I think, as we saw
Yeah, and
yesterday as well.
I have a question for all the chat.
Hmm.
What happens if Black had played Queen to g4?
Oof. Harshit bhai. Maybe guys, Harshit should definitely make some kind of a book or sort of a video series showing such positions. क्या move है यहाँ पर? Very quickly found. Chat is very quick to spot your move, Harshit. Isn't this
Yes, a very
correct?
cute trick. Very cute trick. Queen takes f7, decoying the rook and pinning the rook on f7 and king on g8 checkmate. Beautiful mating idea, which you could see in many of the puzzles. But of course, Pragg not falling
Yeah,
for
Pragg
any of
didn't
this.
fall for it.
Yeah,
But Madhuri, Tirth, Vamshi, Alia, Gabbu, Beradia, Abhimanyu, Titan, Arnab, and Varun. Well done, guys. Okay,
yeah.
going back. I know some people are saying we are watching this broadcast in night, like in dark room, and suddenly when this screen comes up, which is light, it's like right in the face. So sorry for that, guys. But kya hi kare? Oof, and he's gone here. Bishop f6, bishop f4 on the board.
But 1 minute 30 seconds only for Arjun, compared to Wesley's 3 minutes 20 seconds. So uh, seems like it's going to come down to the wire again here with time pressure nearing.
कुछ भी हो सकता है फिर. Then all of a sudden it will not remain like very calm position that will end in a draw, because there are many weaknesses all around. h5 is weak, a4 is slightly weak. Let's see.
Anything can happen. 2 steps from the bedroom.
Oh, ये
We
कौन
don't
सा
need
सॉन्ग
no
है?
dance floor. कुछ पता नहीं, अगर किसी को चैट में पता है तो.
अरे चैट को सब पता रहता है. With 1500 1400 people watching, one person would definitely know what you are singing.
Yeah.
King e7 played. Take You Dancing Song is the name, Sagar
Yeah.
Bhai. Madhuri says. Okay. Fantastic. Bishop f3 played. सॉन्ग तो नहीं पता, पर मजा आ रहा है दोस्तों. जिमित पटेल हो. I think Harshit Bhai practicing for the song which he has to sing later today if Pragg wins.
अरे अरे अरे.
Rook d8 played by Wesley.
Yeah, still some pressure for the white actually, Sagar Bhai, because the bishop on c6 is very bad. Um, totally blocked by all of his pawns on e6, d5, b7, a4, as you highlighted. So I think Arjun is still maintaining some pressure, but uh, hopefully he can maintain this pressure as Wesley goes down on his clock as well.
And the thing is, Wesley has a very clear plan. Like, if you attack here, he'll defend. So, such positions very difficult to beat a strong player like Wesley, because the
Mhm.
sort of tricks are obvious. So, Arjun
Yeah,
needs to at some point figure some break with c4 in the center. But this, he has to be alert. He
not
goes
easy to
here.
break with c4 because d4 will also be weak. So
Correct.
not easy to see how Arjun is going to break through.
Going to Pragg's
Um,
game. Ooh, all of a
yeah, maybe
sudden,
created some chances.
let's say rook b3, g6, queen e4, king g7, queen e7. Pragg says no exchange. King
No, no,
h3,
no.
queen a4, bishop d5. And now let's see how does Pragg continue. I think a very powerful move, as the engine suggests, is
Bishop
bishop
f6.
f6 followed by h5.
Yep, and giving back mating ideas also. White cannot really leave the seventh rank because there is queen d7 check. So a lot of tricks possible in
Mm.
this position. 1.5 minute each. Both the games coming down to the wire, but Praggnanandhaa in a great shape here.
Yeah, Pragg can really score his second win if he manages to stay focused here. Very possible. Let's see.
Yeah,
Let's see. Pragg has played. No, he hasn't played. Sonam Sewangji says these days you always focus on Arjun game, not showing Pragg game. अरे भाई,
अरे भाई क्या
ऐसा
ही आप.
किधर हमने कुछ किया है एंड क्यों ऐसे सोच रहे हो? There is nothing that we have. We would love to see all the games that we can, but we can only see one on the
One
screen.
game at a time.
Yeah. C4 played by
C4.
Pragg.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
I
whoa,
think
whoa.
Pragg is trying to mix it up. Rook
Rook
a3 is a
a3.
mistake because rook
Queen
b6
c2.
was the best move. No, queen c2. There is queen e4 that he wants to go.
Uh-huh.
But the move here is queen b5 somehow, Harshit bhai.
And he played it. He played it,
Did he
Sagar
play? He
bhai.
played it queen
Yes,
e4,
yes.
and
And
now
now
he
Queen d7.
play. Yes, queen d7. Maybe bishop f6 was stronger, but okay, he does this, and
Yeah,
now f5 must for white, because if king g2, there is rook b2 entering.
yeah, that is finito. And think Liam is not happy at all
He
with how
plays.
things are going. But
He
does play
finds.
f5. Maybe something like bishop b2 could be what black wants to
But you know,
do.
Harshit, I am getting a bit scared if rook comes to f3. Suddenly, white is getting his pieces into the attack.
Okay, still pinned. He has black also has to be very accurate. Maybe rook d6 now is possible.
Yeah, rook d6, or just coming back with the bishop, or even pushing. I mean, pushing is a move you don't want to do.
Pushing you don't want.
Yeah, and that's why bishop f6 with the
Yeah,
idea of
I like that.
c3 looks like a good
Mhm.
idea.
40 seconds. TikTok.
40 seconds, 1 minute 51 seconds. See, oh my god. Pragg is like, क्या बोला? अपने को कुछ डर वर
क्या
नहीं
बोला
पता.
भाई?
Going
अपने को बोलने
c2,
का.
c1 doesn't. I don't think it's very dangerous here. The attack. Wow, because the rook controls this square.
Risky though, risky. But yeah, I think he might have made this intuitive call that white cannot really attack him.
Yeah. And while we are looking at this very quickly shifting here, it's around equal. So going back to Pragg's game, bishop b3.
Yeah, maybe rook f6, get something on f6.
He goes bishop b3. Rook
Rook
b5.
b5.
And I think he's missed this move or what? Huh?
Oh my god,
Oh,
g4.
it wasn't bishop a4.
Bishop a4.
He just missed it, man. He missed it. And now he's played g4. Okay.
With queen d6 or what is it?
h5. Both
h5.
players are like playing
Oh my
unbelievable.
god.
क्या ही चल
gh5,
रहा
rook
है?
h8. OMG.
Oh my god, what? Really? But then there could be some problem. Oh, king g2, only move.
I
This is
mean,
getting
could be, but
crazy.
it's 20 seconds. It's 1 minute each.
But Praggnanandhaa has opened a can of worms like anything at this moment. Anything can happen. Can we take here? But then somehow this followed by rook h5 can get very nasty.
Yeah.
What has he played?
Thinking,
h5. He's
thinking.
still thinking. 1 minute left on the clock. Okay, what would you do here as white? King g2.
King g2. Wow, 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 wow. Just take on
H
g4
hg, queen g4.
and just take on f5 maybe.
Acha. Rook f5, queen f5, queen f5, and play that.
Yeah, that is good. सागर भाई,
Oh, he goes
आपने ही
f6.
बोला था जो मिल रहा है मारो मारो
मारो
मारो.
है, मारो, that is true, but check आ गया है. King
Not
h7.
king g8 because queen g6 was mate. So
ओ हो. भाई 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 भाई, इसके लिए king goes to h7 and now where does the rook go? Rook f4.
f4. Um,
Some worry for Pragg's king also. Has company.
yeah. Has to be little accurate. Rook h5 maybe.
Rook h5. What a beautiful move. Or even rook f5. So that if you
Rook
take here,
f5. Yeah.
maybe you can pick up this f6 pawn
Yeah.
and
Rook
be.
f5 looks very good. 17 seconds. Sagar bhai. Rook g5 played.
Mm,
Queen e7 आ रहा है अभी तो.
my god. Queen e7 is the
ये तो
move that brings Liam back
कातिल
into
move
the
है.
game. It's very tough to see this such a move. I doubt he plays rook
Oh, he
e2, he
did
doesn't
not play it.
find it.
Very good. Very good.
And now bishop a3, stopping queen e7.
Queen e7. I
But
don't.
Pragg has also very little time.
Oh, 15 seconds. But I think bishop a3 is, yes, very,
Found it.
very nice. On
Found
point.
it.
Bishop not doing a good job on b2, bringing it back to in the game. Bishop d6, rook h5 और black का भी अटैक आ सकता है.
Yeah, this is getting very dangerous for Liam now. Black king looking safe. Also, Pragg is a pawn up. Actually, two pawns up.
Yeah.
And Liam now has 30 seconds. Pragg has 24. Let's go.
I think Pragg is going to make it 2-0, Sagar bhai.
Uh, uh, Queen e3.
Queen e3.
Let's
Now
just hang
bishop
in
d6,
there. Bishop
rook
d6,
h5.
bishop c5. All look pretty. I think Pragg is going to get this. He's going to get this. He goes bishop
Yeah, bishop
d6
d6 and rook h5 looks so tempting, Sagar bhai.
to attack h2. Yeah, and
Yeah.
then also the queen can go away from here.
Queen भी आ रहा है, सब आ रहा है. हल्ला मचा देंगे.
Rook e4. Rook
Rook
e4. Okay,
h5.
rook h5. That's what you want
Rook
to do.
h5.
Yes,
Yeah.
he finds it.
And now g3 coming, bishop c5 also
अब भाई
coming.
ये
This
नहीं
is
खेल सकते. खत्म.
king g and bishop c5.
Queen c3. Okay. Rook h2 now. What? Free pawn or? I mean, you can at least take it.
Okay, now rook h2. Yeah, simply. Wait, what is this? Queen f5 is also there. Rook h2. I mean, everything wins.
Queen
Yeah.
f5 is a powerful move there. Yes, finds it.
Yeah.
Hi Harshit
Yeah.
bhai, what
Yeah.
a great attack here.
बहुत ही मजा आ गया. King g1, bishop into h2. I mean, just scintillating.
And then like take.
And then e4, just pick up it.
Yeah,
Rook into h2 and pick up.
take this, and take this. So goes queen c4. Meanwhile, Magnus
Yeah.
Carlsen scores another win against Shakhriyar Mamedyarov.
Bishop
Oh,
c4, resign. Yeah.
finish. Liem
Very
loses
nice.
to Pragg. Pragg 2-0 victory. What a play by little Praggu. The recent
Yes.
Arjuna awardee showing his
Yeah.
class. क्या ही खेला यार हर्षित भाई.
बहुत ही मजा आ गया सागर भाई.
Too good.
और अभी पर guys, this is going, the next match will be the most important because he's playing with the white pieces. What is happening here?
I think Arjun, as we discussed, got a little bit into
Blundered
this.
his exchange.
He went here, this point. He was okay, all equal. He went for this plan, which was slightly dubious. Ki bishop ko yahan,
I think he missed this e5.
and he missed this because now after you take here, which looks possible, there is this d4 idea with this check to the king, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So he had to move, and now after this he had to give up an exchange, and now this is getting very nasty.
Getting out of control here.
It can very likely happen that Arjun might lose this game, and I think this is another example of how Arjun sometimes goes wrong in those simplistic positions. But no, he's fighting. Anything can happen still.
Yes, good chances. Maybe f3 Sagar bhai, or do you think white should not open up the position?
But f3, then these two open files for black.
E3, f3 e3. Sorry, f3 e3 is coming. Yeah, that is the biggest issue. Rook g1 is very good.
And
now
you don't have this, but Maybe you can try to. Oops, sorry. It's not right. No, no,
Oh!
no. No.
Oh,
Sorry. Sorry. Sorry, bye.
ये G6 क्या है?
Bishop f6 played. Bishop f6
हाँ.
played. I Harshit bhai so tuned in to the game that if I play some move like let's say bishop is okay. By the way, Anish drew his game against Duda, so now we have only Arjun and Wesley playing just like last time. Take
Yeah,
bishop
but
c5.
this game is slipping away from Arjun's hand.
How to sort of make progress as black? Maybe g6 rook g8. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you say it, he plays it. But what if Rook G6?
Rook g6.
I
Take,
mean, what?
take, take. Bishop h5. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's crazy that Wesley So finds this so easily. The point is he can just go bishop h4, yeah, in the end.
And then win this.
Yeah.
And it's not
Incredible.
easy to
Even
go
rook h8, rook h2.
g7 because there's no way
Even
to.
rook h8, rook h2 is coming. No, superb play by Wesley. So, I mean, superb play simply. Yeah, now it's just rook 8 takes g6 and the game will soon see its end.
Yeah, very big turn of events. I think these games do definitely showcase this little thing that Arjun often does is that he gets so ambitious or so over ambitious often that he misses a particular resource by his opponent and suddenly he is in trouble.
Yeah. No, this Sagar bhai, this was maybe the thing what Srinath was mentioning that playing late at night it's very easy to miss opponent's resources because here this rook a to g1 was definitely something Arjun would have found on his best day, but backing up with the bishop there, giving white good chances to survive was again the turning point of this match. And Sagar bhai, um, from the first day where Arjun unfortunately missed this resource against Duda,
Hmm.
I think that uh, he's he has struggled to find his best shape after that. Um,
Yeah, but
Wesley
what
So
can
your
he
thing,
do to sort of get back in this tournament?
the thing is,
Because
all the players are so unforgiving that one mistake and the game will be in your opponent's hand.
yeah, it's like they are all sharks here, and they just sense that oh, one player is not in his best shape. He's playing from India. It's late in the night, just like how it used to
Yeah,
happen with Ding Lijian. Often it would be late
yeah.
in China, and then he was struggling. But Ding then later on got a hang of how to play late in the night, and he got really good at it. But for
Mhm.
Arjun, this might not happen because there are no more such events happening at this time. So, yeah, I mean, it's an open question as to what
Yeah,
Arjun, whether he has done playing at this hour, is definitely a very bold decision, but
yeah.
also very risky. Okay,
Yep,
e2.
yep.
It's not queening yet, but can we create some play like if we can get king a4, bishop a6, and rook joining in something with these bishops and rook could happen.
Yeah, but also 10 seconds on the clock. Bishop h4. Idea is to go e1 queen and rook e1, rook b2 check and winning by
Yeah.
discovery check. E1 queen now will force resignation for Arjun.
Charles the King says it's called circadian rhythm. Arjun's mind is technically asleep. Hmm, possible.
Mm.
Um, I think it's a. I also read about it when someone mentioned to me about it a few couple of days ago. That,
ये मुझे स्कूल में फोकस करना चाहिए
huh?
because I don't know about this circadian
And I don't think we learned it in school, but okay, Rook is hanging now. Yeah,
yeah, I mean,
Arjun resigns there, and Wesley So wins. The score is 1.5 for Wesley. Good
yep,
comeback
yep,
there.
yep, 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 yep.
Okay, let me just update the scores there. Duda versus Giri draw. I think today we might have, ऐसे लग रहा है हर्षित भाई, that could be a short day at work today, because Magnus 2-0,
Mm-hmm.
Pragg 2-0. We
Mm-hmm.
hope that Arjun doesn't let us make it a short day by making a
Yeah,
comeback
for
in the
sure. Yeah,
next
yeah,
game.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
And before we go on, Harshit bhai, let me just show our viewers a small glimpse of a chess adventure park. And till that
Wow.
time, maybe, uh, and then come back.
Yep, sounds good.
Chess is becoming very popular, and we are always asked by parents what is the right age to start chess and what is the best way to teach chess to their kids. We at ChessBase India have always believed that even a very young kid can learn chess if it is shown to them in a fun way. We feel that a beautifully illustrated children's chess book will be a perfect fit for kids to kickstart their chess journey. Chess Pa in Chess Adventure Park is your first chess book. The book introduces you to the character of Chesspa, a fun grandpa-like character who absolutely loves chess. He takes you on a journey in a chess adventure land where the kids learn all about the chessboard, chess pieces, the rules of the game, and much more. The text in the book is in the form of a poem story which can be read out to the kids. ChessBase India's vision has always been to popularize chess, and we hope that many more youngsters fall in love with chess and take up the sport thanks to this book. This book was conceptualized by Amruta Mokal and Sagar Shah. It has been brilliantly illustrated by Ketki Kulkarni. Pre-order your book now from the ChessBase India shop.
Guys, Chess Spa in Chess Adventure Park is the third link in the description, so you can get it right now from the ChessBase India shop. And Harshit Bhai has just gone right now from the screen. I wanted to also give him some small gift from my end if he gives me the right answer, but we will wait for him to come. Vamsi Krishna says, nice one. Chimit Patel, Amruta OP, thank you so much. Gabbu says CBI OP. Guys, this is something which is really close to our heart, that we want to spread chess and make it more popular. And what better age to start off than with very young kids who anyway can master chess. In fact, I'm seeing the game getting younger and younger with every passing day. um, we had 3-year-old kids at the club recently. One 3.5-year-old girl, ChessBase India Club. She was making those moves. By the way, the Diwali sale has been extended by 1 day, so you can get what you need from the shop. And by the way, Harshit bhai, do you see my
Wow.
new what I have worn? This is I will give you a small gift if you say give me the right answer. Okay. So
Okay.
Harshit bhai, are you single? There is something. If you
Complicated.
give the right answer, there is something for you.
It's complicated.
Would see, I'm not going to uh, not I will use waste, but I'm not going to use my resources if it's complicated. If it's fixed, then see what do we have. We have a couple's hoodie. Okay, couple's sweatshirt. So in this, if you see, Amruta has this idea that it's a very nice design. ये दिख रहा है full king है
Yeah.
यहाँ पे. It's king of words like this.
Yeah.
So there is this queen. ये king है, and this is a queen here.
Wow. In that case, I'm in a relationship.
And there's this word which says soul here in
Uh-huh.
between. All other words are the same, and here
Uh-huh.
it says mate. So you guys are
Wow.
soul mates.
Wow.
So acha,
Wow.
now you are in relationship. Oh, Harshit bhai will use this sweatshirt as saying, if you are in a relationship, I'll give you. Otherwise, जैसे ही टूट
I
जाएगा
have
later.
that book, Sagar by of
Oh,
the
you
same.
have. क्या बात है? But here, instead of soul and mate, it's blitz written, which is also with
Yeah.
me, because I'm
Yeah.
no longer in a relation. I'm married now, so मेरा अभी वो soulmate वगैरह निकल. तो गाइस देखो, ऐसा लोगों को कैसे हम रिलेशनशिप में ला सकते हैं, बाय गिविंग द राइट इंसेंटिव्स एट द राइट टाइम. So, Harshit bhai, you want to confirm with your other, like the relationship partner, whether you would be interested to reveal to get these goodies?
To reveal. Oh my God.
GF reveal.
Oh my.
ठीक है, अभी इतना बड़ा ये नहीं रिस्क लेना है. Okay, but Harshit is like, can we look at the game of Magnus Carlsen?
Oh, he won already.
He won. Magnus had won already the game. So can we quickly have a look at it?
Yeah.
Sweatshirt gambit. People are saying no longer in relationship. सोचो हर्षित की गर्लफ्रेंड देख रही है, बोल रही है क्या चल रहा है हर्षित भाई, why are you not revealing? C6, knight f3, knight f6, knight c3, e6. Semi Slav was played and Magnus goes b6, early b6, bishop b7, a4, and I think this was a big advantage of not developing your bishop because you could directly go to b4. भाई हर्षित भाई थोड़े शांत हो गए, अब मुझे टेंशन आ रहा है, सब ठीक है ना?
मैं सोच रहा हूँ कि प्राग जीतने के बाद मैं क्या गाऊं.
अच्छा वो सोच रहे हो, हाँ ओके, मुझे लगा कोई मैसेज आ गया एंड यू आर गोइंग. हाँ, टेक castles, queen e2, c5, rook d1, take, knight takes. I think already when you have to take with a knight, black seems to be doing fine, right? He's
Yeah. But White had a good position from the opening, but
knight e5. I think the best move here was bishop f4.
Yeah, because if you take on c4, there is discovery threat. You can even just take back on c, but there are discovery threats with the knight as well, which black needs to be careful about. Even something simple like queen c4 possible, knight c6.
Yeah, knight
Any
c6
ideas?
is looking very scary here. So he instead of this he went bishop a2, but that gave Magnus just the time he needed to get his queen out.
Yeah.
And now with rook d8.
Now big gets a lot of counterplay.
h5. Oh, this is a nice idea. h5. And then h4. Knight h5. Clamping on the dark squares.
Yeah.
Take. Magnus सच में बहुत बढ़िया खेलता है. Like, you know, there are times when I think that what is it that he does which is so spectacular that no one is able to sort of beat him easily, and he has all sorts of abilities with him. Just tremendous player overall. Check, bishop a4, he chops that pawn.
Sagar bhai, what's your favorite song?
Favorite song?
Yeah.
अभी तो फिलहाल I really like watching these mashups. Do you listen to them? So these mashups are I know that for a classical mind, those who really like music which is more sort of classical in nature, it doesn't make sense because you don't listen to any song fully. But it's like, I really like that Bollywood and Hollywood mashups where ऐसे कोई तो हिंदी सॉन्ग चल रहा है, सडनली इंग्लिश आ गया, ऐसे ऐसे करके, तो मैं वो सुनते रहता हूँ.
Yeah, that's kind of fun. Actually, मैंने भी कुछ songs ऐसे सुने हैं.
Which ones are your favorite?
Recently, I really like this song Kesariya. I'm listening to it a lot.
Even Gukesh said it actually recently, that Kesariya is his favorite song.
And I also like this like this kind of a short phrase from one of the songs, Jo Raat Beeti Subah To Aayi Na.
Oh, Ritwiz.
Yes, Ritwiz. Yeah, it's from Ritwiz's song. I really like that.
Wow. Badhiya. Ritwiz, of course, in lockdown I got to know him through the streams of Samay, Tanmay, everyone, and has stayed with me throughout now, maybe for the rest
Mhm.
of my life. Okay, going to this game of first Arjun.
Yeah.
Arjun playing with black has played the Karo Khan
The
d4.
Slav.
Sorry, yes, Slav c6,
Yeah.
knight f3, knight f6, e3, bishop f5, and knight
Mhm.
h4 by Wesley.
Yeah.
Everyone is saying, listen to local train. Local
Mhm.
train is a gem.
He's he in, it seems like a band. Okay.
Hmm.
Didn't know about it.
By the way, Harshit bhai, what is the point of doing knight h4 so soon? Like generally you do knight c3, e6 and then knight h4. And this is
Yeah.
the main way to play. But here you are doing
Uh,
it directly.
because maybe you don't want to commit the knight on c3.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Also asking black, um, because now bishop g6, for example, white has not commit, as I was mentioning, that not committed his knight on c3. So he will have, he can just make a different move, more useful move. Yeah, g3 bg2, as you mentioned, is a very typical idea in this position.
Correct.
So just
Yeah.
maybe trying to play with some move order nuances here, Wesley.
But I think there is this extra possibility now to take this knight, which is sometimes very possible.
Yeah,
And he does.
does.
Oh my God, Arjun knows this stuff. I was just saying, engines recommends this, but how would
Yeah.
someone know it?
He
Crazy.
goes before check
What?
though.
What? What is happening? भाई ये क्या opening चल रहा है?
ये क्या है? But I thought, Sagar bhai, that instead of bishop before check, the move was what was the move? I
Knight
thought it was
e4.
knight e4 first,
You're
because
right.
yeah,
Because then the knight is hanging, and if you go back, then
you can even
check.
go queen. Yeah,
But he did it the other way, other move order, and now Wesley knew it because okay, if you go bd2, it's already a bad
you can just
position.
take and knight e4 and the piece is hanging. So
This is hanging, but he did king e2.
yeah,
तभी जल्दी खेल दिया, and now we are like this is hanging. Okay, so
yeah.
Arjun goes here,
And the
attack.
difference is now g3 is there, and black simply does not, because in the other case, if we go back quickly to see the difference, Sagar bhai, that if you played knight e4 g3 in this position, then there was queen to a5 check, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, absolutely right.
And the point is king e2, queen e2, and if you go something like queen d3, what would you do?
Mhm.
Many options. Knight c5 is clean,
Oh,
of course. Knight
also
c5 is
knight
clean.
a6 here, but I see what you are.
Also, knight c3 is also a
This is
very
the
cute move.
tactic which you are talking
I
about.
mean, I just want to mention the possibility of
Yeah,
its
yeah, yeah,
existence. Of
yeah, yeah.
course, knight c5 wins very easily.
Yeah, somehow this is
This is very, very no. You shouldn't. Yeah, bishop
getting
h3,
here.
knight f5.
But yeah,
Yeah,
I get your point. This is knight a6 or
knight.
knight c5,
Yeah,
much better. Okay,
but
so in the game, Harshit, he has played king e2 and now Arjun has castled. I really want to quickly check on our ChessBase board कि
yeah,
भाई ये कितनी बार हो चुका है ऐसा कुछ, because this is definitely. So going here, and by the way, ChessBase 17 I'm using here, d4,
wow,
d5, c4, c6, knight f3, knight f6, e3, bishop f5, and here we will see that this has been played knight h4 very few times, 95 games only.
yeah.
Bishop b1, 31 games, rook b1, and we have elo. Okay, actually, it's not even played by so many strong players, yeah, Harshit?
Yeah. I would actually just like to say that all of you are watching at like 3, 4 a.m. in the morning. Sagar bhai, it's also 3, 4 a.m. for you.
Yeah,
But it's crazy how fast the time passes when you are enjoying yourselves.
yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah,
it's
I
been
don't
more
even
than,
realize so many days.
yeah. It's also so, interesting to see that all these top players are playing from their homes nowadays, but the stakes have become so much better for all the chess professionals, thanks to, such a boom in the chess recently because of all of the spectators and supporters and people like you, Sagar Bhai. So a very good stage for people to start playing chess right now.
Yeah, absolutely. You are 100% right, Harshit. And I think earlier I would have never even imagined doing commentary at 1:30 in the night. It's crazy how things have changed and how many
Yeah,
people are interested. In fact, uh, so many people watching from so many different places.
yeah,
Okay, by the way, here it seems like Arjun in trouble, yeah, with this very weird
yeah,
opening and mixing up the move orders. I don't think, but with the king on e2 and a rapid game with 12 minutes on the clock, I think he has practical chances. What do you say?
yeah. Some practical chances, but again, not maybe the most ideal way of creating dynamic chances, because
Hmm.
white has two bishops and the king on e2 is actually very safe. If you think about it, there is no way you can quickly pose an attack on it, because queen g4 will always run into bishop f3. um,
Yeah.
and he can always run back with king f1, king g1. I like this move a3 here for white, maybe, and then trying to play rook e1, king f1, king g1.
Hmm. Correct. Yeah, true, absolutely correct. But I think you know what Arjun will do at some point is maybe sack here and get some play somehow. He will
कुछ तो
create
करके
कुछ तो
सागर
करेगा
भाई मस्ती करना
draw
पड़ेगा.
because these are the kinds of position. Now I feel like Arjun really shines through in such positions than technical ones. So let's see if this proves true again. And quickly going to the game of Pragg, because this time, Harshit, will he improve upon his yesterday's experience and
Mhm.
play try to finish off the game in three games? Also has the white pieces. Like you can't have a
Yeah.
better opportunity than this. B6 PD3. And by the way, Magnus Carlsen has won his game in literally
What?
18 moves.
What?
ये देखो D E4 C5 and Magnus wins 3-0 by the way. G5. Look at this G5. Insane.
Crazy, crazy. What is G5, Sagar bhai?
G5 कुछ तो अलग ही खेला. I think Mamedyarov just was not in the mood.
Yeah.
Queen D2, knight G6, rook H5, knight D7, bishop E2, knight F6, rook H3, queen A5, long castle.
Can't play like this against Maggie. सागर भाई, मैगी से याद आया
What?
मुझे, मैगी की बहुत याद आ रही
ए यार क्या कर रहे हो यार हर्षित भाई
है.
दोस्तों I mean we all love Harshit, right? His commentary, his this thing we just cannot handle. That he suggesting first eating Domino's pizza, then this very tasty sandwich today, quoting Maggie. I hope you don't have it at your place, Harshit
I
bhai.
don't have it, इसलिए तो 2 मिनट मैगी सागर भाई बहुत मिस हो रहा है.
स्नो में तो खाने का मजा भी अलग ही रहेगा गरम गरम मैगी.
सच में.
Do you get it in the stores there?
We get it actually, but I've never actually made Maggie here. But maybe this winter I will make it. Guys, it's almost -5 here. कल तो बहुत जोर का स्नो गिर रहा था.
अच्छा ऐसे विंडो है क्या तुम्हारे रूम में?
पर सागर भाई,
नहीं नहीं सीधा
वो
विंडो
दिखाते
के
दिखाते
बाहर ही
कुछ
दिखता
और
है.
दिख जाएगा.
क्या बात कर रहे हो?
I mean, they'll see my room.
हाँ मतलब आप विंडो ऐसे बंद कर देना कैमरा एंड देन विंडो के बाहर का
Yeah.
व्यू ऐसे बाद
Mhm.
में देखते हैं. तो आज तो भाई E5 गाना तो होने ही वाला है बट लेट्स सी प्रग बिकॉज प्रग हैज ऑलरेडी गॉटन a better position. By the way, this opening I had studied when I was young. I think it was an old line. C5
सागर
will...
भाई, you're still very young.
हाँ at heart, but अभी I cannot I know for a fact that the age is not on my side. When I ask people what year you are born in and they tell me 2013, at that point
Mhm.
I'm like, अरे बाप रे, 23 साल पहले मैं born हुआ था. So that is where you realize, okay, e5 played here, and maybe not the best move.
But Lee Kwang Lim has to create some dynamic chances, so I'm not very surprised by this decision. The question is that for me, for example, the most natural move now is knight c e4, which comes to my mind immediately.
That's the second best move here. Harshit, why wouldn't you just close this?
Because closing it will allow a lot of dynamic chances, and I want the position to be as simple as possible with the match situation. I'm not playing for a draw, but I'm also like not allowing complications, because I know कि simple ही खेलना है. क्यों change the pawn structure? I can just allow exchanges and
Right. Are you afraid of b5 break at some point after d5?
yeah, that's definitely going to be one of my concerns. Also, at some point, knight h5, f5
Correct.
could be coming. So, uh, big decision here in terms of whether or not he wants
Goes
to keep.
d5 or
He goes for it.
no,
No, he
no,
doesn't.
either d5 or knight c4 as you suggested. Let's see what Pragg comes up with. I think an
Yeah.
important moment for Pragg.
Mhm.
And guys, one match is already completed for the day. Magnus
Yeah.
Carlsen has beaten Mamedyarov. A very short day at work for Magnus, finishing it in
Yeah.
2 hours 15 minutes.
Yeah. Very quickly taking it home.
By the way, in the game of Arjun versus Wesley, after knight e4, g3, castle, bg2, queen c8, white went
Hmm.
f3,
Hmm.
knight g5,
Hmm.
queen c2, take, and this is the position. Array Siddharth Rana DV says, I have Maggie at my place. It's snowing outside.
अरे यार, आप तो मतलब जला ही डालोगे. सागर भाई, मैगी, ओ माय गॉड.
है ना यार, क्या कर सकते हैं, देखते हैं. एक तो मैंने घर पे नहीं रखा है. आई हैव नॉट केप्ट एनी फूड
सिद्धार्थ भाई,
लाइक.
थोड़े पार्सल इधर भी भेज दो.
नहीं, हाँ, सिद्धार्थ भाई सबको भेजो. बिकॉज मैं आई एम ऑन दिस लो कार्ब डाइट, हर्षित भाई. आई नो यू
ओ.
डोंट नीड इट, बट
ओ.
आई थिंक एट सम पॉइंट यू मेड 6 पैक्स, राइट? हाँ,
आई डोंट नो सागर भाई.
आपने कभी तो ट्राई किया था? नहीं, नहीं किया था ना कभी.
नहीं कि आई नॉट आई डोंट go to the gym very often, but I still consider myself to be very athletically fit.
Correct. So food does play a role, right?
I mean, I play so much sports. I
Hmm.
play 2 hours every single day. So in my opinion, I think the food doesn't matter so much, because सब कुछ gets digested because of how much I sweat.
अच्छा, तो ये है आपकी सफलता का राज, आपका फिटनेस का राज. इधर हम बैठे हैं कंप्यूटर के सामने, लो कार्ब डाइट, नॉट ईटिंग राइस, नॉट ईटिंग व्हीट और ये सब. मे बी द आइडिया इज टू जस्ट डू मोर एक्सरसाइज.
Yeah, but you also have like a lot more stuff to do than me, so maybe it's easier for you to.
Not do something rather than doing something. By the way, knight c e4, you were correct that Pragg did go for
Yeah.
it. Knight h5, Liem still complicating it with the idea of f5, bishop
Hmm.
f1, f5 did play, knight g3, knight f4, takes, takes. And we have this position on the board. I think Liam can be happy with what he's got, right?
Yeah, he's definitely managed to at least create some kind of a game here.
Hmm.
Um, I was thinking whether I would like to play knight to f3 here,
As white, yeah, knight.
because e4 will run into queen to d4.
Oh, that's a nice one. Yeah.
Uh, that was one of my considerations.
Yeah, you want to get rid of this knight, but you don't want to play move like knight e2, right? That's too passive.
Yeah, knight e2 unfortunately runs into knight d3. Otherwise, would have been an interesting idea actually.
Mm.
So maybe you can start with queen b3 as a matter of elimination, and
You're right. This is the best
and
move.
then maybe now you also have ideas like c5. You also want knight e2 covering up d3. You also can play rook cd1. One move
Mm.
and the Lego set kind of feels to be coming together.
Correct, correct. I think these one little move, which is correct, can
Yeah,
change many things. I had this very small experience which I wanted to share since a long time. Maybe this
yeah.
is the correct moment. I was at this ceremony of Waka, Westbridge
Mhm.
Anand Chess Academy, and they had
Yeah,
called me to
yeah.
host it. And
Mhm.
I was trying to decide on the flow of events, like whom should I call on stage first and so on. And at
Mhm.
that point, I didn't know exactly like what will I do. I thought I'll first call the sort of the lowest rated, go then to uh, Pragg, Gukesh, and then finally call Vichy. And the MD of Westbridge, he told me, why don't you call Anand first? And
Mhm.
he will be always there, and then he will talk about everyone. And it was this one small little change we made,
Yeah.
and it just changed everything. I think
Mhm.
it's these little things in life which we
Yeah.
underestimate, like this move queen b3,
Yeah.
just fixing everything. And I
Yeah.
think Pragg didn't
He
find.
found it.
He found it.
He
He
found
found it.
it. Yep.
King h8.
Um, Knight f3 and rook cd1. So now we see total harmony in white's
Absolutely, what
position.
you just
Total
said
harmony.
has happened.
And now you guys also very interesting thing that I like noticed or like learned, maybe not now, but a few years back, that tactics work in the favor of you when your pieces are well developed.
Hmm.
So now whites, all the pieces are in the right squares. So soon you will be able to look at tactics. First of all, now knight into e5 already is going to be a threat for the black side. The Because the knight is pinned on d7, so knight into e5 is one idea. Um,
Yeah,
Soon also there will be other ideas flowing in with c5, knight g5. So uh, I
this
like
king
how
is not safe, huh? On h8,
no,
with
yeah,
especially these two diagonals looking here with
uh-huh.
the pieces. Yeah. Okay. So Pragg looking good here, and very quickly, does Arjun have any improvement in his position? I think Wesley has sort of stabilized. Yeah, stuff.
Yeah, I think he definitely wants to, make sure he wins this match, especially after such a tough game yesterday and c5. And I think after b5, it's going to put an end to all of
Yeah.
Arjun's hopes here, as the bishop on b6 is
ये बंद हो
completely
जाएगा,
bad.
नाइट यहाँ आ जाएगा, f4 f5 आ रहा है.
नहीं नहीं नहीं,
This is
सागर
going
भाई,
off.
ये तो बहुत ही गलत हो गया. नाइट d6 नाउ लुक्स वेरी वेरी बैड.
Yeah.
Yeah, f4 as you mentioned played. What's happening in our
Anish.
Prague's game?
Pragg.
Queen e7. Okay, actually, we can quickly take a look at Anish's game also. He's trailing half to one and half.
Anish
And what
needs to
an
win.
interesting position.
Anish needs to win at some point, so he has taken risks here. He has gone for Ragozin with. I think he's playing the same line which Gukesh played, I think,
Yes.
against Arjun, but not similar. It's slight difference. E3, H5, C4, H4, Bishop E5, F6. भाई क्या ही complicated position है.
बाप रे बाप.
Check. Are you aware of this?
I am not aware of this exact position. I might have it in one of my files, but seems like a very, very difficult position to play with the black pieces. Sagar bhai, this is so easy to play with white. Bishop d3, as you mentioned. Queen
Yeah.
d3 also looks scary. Oh my god. Queen c2, actually, I wanted to say. to attack the c7 pawn as well.
Yeah, this looks bad for Anish. It might seem ऐसा कभी नहीं हुआ है हर्षित that all 4 matches end in 3 games. All 4.
हाँ,
बहुत मतलब because see Wesley is winning, so it might
yeah.
be 2.5 there. Pragg
It's over, yeah.
2-0
This
up,
is
he's
over.
better,
Yeah,
so could be 2.5 here. Magnus already
yeah.
won, and
Magnus is also
Duda might win. Then this is done.
क्या सागर भाई, the thing about momentum is very very crazy कि एक बार momentum तुम्हारे साथ हो तो फिर things just go in your way, and when things are not going, when it rains it pours from
Hmm.
both sides. When you're winning, it just, you keep on winning, and when you're losing, it's very hard to stop the bleeding. And we can see it today, as all the 4 matches seem to be going in someone's favor.
Right. Absolutely, you are correct. जब when you said momentum साथ होता है, तो मुझे एक सॉन्ग याद आया. अ, वो सॉन्ग है
Cricket.
ऐसे. आई डोंट नो, आई जस्ट फॉरगॉट हु इज द सिंगर एंड ऑल, बट मे बी आई विल रिमेंबर व्हेन आई सिंग इट. इट इज लाइक तुम जब पास आती हो, पलकों से
पलकों से
मुस्कुराती हो,
मुस्कुराती हो,
हवाएं भी
हवाएं
गुंग. हाँ, प्रतीक कुहाड़.
गुनगुनाती है. Pratik Kuhad,
One of
yeah.
my favorite actually.
I love that song. Yeah,
I enjoy his songs so much.
yeah.
Guys, अगर आप लोग अभी रात को जाग रहे
So
हो,
good.
please
Yeah,
switch on his music. You will enjoy. Life will
that's
become better.
that. सागर भाई क्या ही मजा है. It's a mood.
Yeah, absolutely. One day I want to call him on ChessBase India. Amruta
Yeah.
was always keen on calling some musicians for
Uh,
chess, and I'm sure we can hopefully make that happen.
Please
Yeah.
keep me in the Zoom meeting so that I can hear it in the background.
और मे बी यू कैन, आज आप गाएंगे फिर हम डिसाइड करेंगे वेदर
अरे
यू.
अरे अरे. But maybe it's better that I prepare for it today and then sing before the match tomorrow.
हाँ या नहीं
If
ऐसे
Pragg
नहीं,
won.
ऐसे नहीं. हाँ, अभी हर्षित भाई चेंज नहीं करने
अरे
का.
प्रिपेयर तो करना पड़ेगा ना सागर
भाई
भाई.
प्रिपेयर तो करेंगे ना अपन. कार्लसन के साथ जब जीतेगा तब
हाँ,
प्रिपरेशन चाहिए.
वो तो.
Okay. By the way, Pragg has gotten his rooks nicely positioned. Do you think
Mhm.
that at some point, oh, he plays
E4,
e4?
and now you can see, I think immediately the move comes into my mind is knight g5. Maybe I don't know if it's good or bad, but already I see a lot of tactical
Ah,
ideas.
knight g5, because if queen takes, there is this hanging.
Yep.
Cool. But what is wrong with knight g5 actually?
H6 maybe. H6 traps the piece.
Yeah, जोश में हो गया, but maybe this also is very powerful.
Yeah.
Just, but
Bishop g7 played. I like it. It's just
take, but then next what? Take, and
and just you can even just go knight d4, right? You don't have to do anything spectacular.
yeah, I'm just like knight d4, knight e5, and then somehow
You
these
get some
knights,
tricks, yeah.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
reaching here. So instead of knight d4, there is a beautiful move which
Queen e3.
प्रज्ञानंदा भाई क्या ही बंदा है. प्रज्ञानंदा क्या ही
Wow.
बंदा. वाह, ये सही है
Wow.
लाइन है. He
Such
find,
में
and he
Praggnanandhaa,
does not allow the two knights to coordinate together.
very
Basically
beautiful.
ये एक स्टोरी था. एक नाइट था, he wanted to reach here, but he wanted the other knight also to join in,
Mm-hmm.
but the queen stops it. ठीक है, स्टोरी नहीं है वो. जस्ट देखते हैं अब आगे क्या होता है.
Yeah. आगे आगे देखो होता है क्या.
बट व्हाट टू डू नाउ.
96 96 को क्या रुक d6 करना है क्या हमको, मतलब पूरा ही दबा देना है.
अच्छा, you are not going to move this knight at all.
I'm asking, I mean, seems like an interesting oh, but there is f4, yeah, so I have to be careful.
Maybe now it's okay because f4
Yeah,
knight
because
e6.
f4 knight e6, fe3 knight g7, और ब्लैक का रुक e8 पे भी मर रहा है, so yeah, nice.
Okay, queen e3.
हम्म सागर भाई, पर सॉन्ग में आप भी ज्वाइन करोगे कि नहीं?
हाँ 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 भाई, हर्षित भाई इतना आप सॉन्ग, मुझे तो लगता है हर्षित भाई का पूरा सोच जब से प्रग जीत रहा है सॉन्ग पे ही है। कौन सा सॉन्ग,
अरे क्या,
क्या गाओ।
कैसे गाऊं?
भाई हो जाएगा मैनेज। नाइट
94,
e4
ये लग
प्लेड।
फास्ट,
वाह,
एकदम फास्ट. Slightly low on time. Knight ef8.
आई थिंक दिस इज
But
गोइंग फॉर 3-0 ना।
yeah, actually even f4 Sagar bhai, not now but in general, is something which now you cannot play it because ef3 के बाद pin हो रहा है.
क्या
But
खेलोगे
96
आप यहाँ पे, व्हाट विल यू डू?
uh,
बिकॉज f4 इज एन आइडिया।
knight e2 is
अरे अरे
like,
अरे क्या ही बढ़िया, जस्ट perfect getting here. And if he goes
yeah, and
g5 with the idea of
now you can
f4.
just pick up the pawn on b6 maybe.
Correct. Why did you not pick it up like here itself?
Because f4 and I mean, you can still do it. And after knight e2, I was slightly afraid of some e3 f3 ideas, but
I like
yeah,
I
you
like
just
how you did it. Yeah, very nice. Knight e2, stopping this, then taking this. Brilliant. Okay, knight e6 played. And now let's see if Pragg also goes knight e2. Meanwhile, Arjun, yeah, almost certain here that he is not going to make it.
two pieces. Yeah, no, this was a very, very hard match for Arjun, as Wesley So proving his class here. Not going to be affected by dubious looking openings by Arjun,
Yeah.
and taking full control.
Okay, so this one looking bad. Let's check Pragg. And guys, today, let's see if Anish is going to make sure that this goes to the fourth game, but not really, it seems. Yeah,
Not
Anish.
really. Yeah, it's
ये
pawns are.
एक एंड में एक ये ओपनिंग्स चेक करेंगे, विल चेक ऑन आर विद द रेफरेंस कि कितनी बार हुआ है, बिकॉज दिस इज अ वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग. आई थिंक e4, ये पॉन्स आर लाइक सच मास ऑफ पॉन्स दैट द नाइट्स आर लाइक हमारा कुछ फ्यूचर ही नहीं है.
कोने में घोड़ा.
काम करे थोड़ा. And h5. Okay, this is not looking good. 92. Woof. Pragg. What does Pragg eat for breakfast?
सच में मेरा छोड़ो गाइस, वो जो खाता है वो खाना शुरू करो.
Exactly. Yeah, even though Pragg is right in this tournament not playing like up to his mark, like the results have not been great, he's still showcasing such high level of chess.
Yeah. No, I am actually very impressed by Pragg, and even if the results, as you said, don't really show that, his play has been outstanding. So I've been very impressed by the quality, especially the game where he beat Anish in the second round in that Rook Knight Endgame.
Yeah.
Was simply amazing.
Correct. I want to just share a couple of things about Pragg. One is that at Asian Championship recently, he played a game with an IM, Kostav Chatterjee. And after that, somehow we recorded his post-game analysis session, which was without a board. They were just talking. And when I checked all of those analysis with engine, almost everything was right. Like all those variations he was looking, which shows he was so focused and he remembers it after the game. Second is he came home here during. Yeah, we are back.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. There was some lag. I don't know if you could hear the first story. The first story was about Asian, where he was analyzing blindfold. The second one was about him coming home and then taking a few books with him to Norway at Fagernes Open, and then recently. And he consumes information like anything. He finishes books in like 2-3 days, big ones, chess ones, Anand files, and all of that. And I think this is a common trait I saw not only in Pragg but also in Magnus. Even when you give him a new book, if he likes it, he can just sit and finish it.
Yeah. And I have a very cute variation. I don't know if it works. I just was calculating g5 if I don't know if it's even good, but very funny. Rook d8.
Ooh. Okay.
Gf4, Rook e8, Rook f8, Rook 1 to d8. You have to give up the queen, Rook into e8, or King g8. Yeah, yeah, Queen g8, and take, and white achieves the
Nice.
draw which he wants to win the
Oh,
game.
very cool. Very cool. So does the job gets the job done, yeah? That's the most
Yeah,
important thing.
yeah.
Guys, if you can refresh the stream, I think the audio should be fine. Just try to
Hmm.
refresh it. That should be it should help.
And g5, you can even simply go Queen e3, which gives white a big advantage.
Yeah, and why we could also go like here, but then f4, yeah, and somehow you should be
Yeah,
careful. I think we need to think about yesterday, uh, where it seemed like Pragg could never lose that position with Anish and still
yeah.
manage to sort of go wrong. Do you
No, but
think
this
that
is
could
very,
happen
very.
here?
No. Nothing will happen, Sagar Bhai. I think today is going to be a very clean and smooth victory for Pragg. Meanwhile, did Arjun get any chances, or do we have the same situation?
Uh, no, I think he's lost here
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah,
I'm expecting Arjun to change something for tomorrow. And
yeah.
when he gets bad results, he's very decisive about things. Remember
Mhm.
that he actually even quit his college when he got bad result in World Rapid and Blitz. Not bad,
Yeah,
but sort of he didn't like it. He was like, no, I can't waste so much time or so on in going to college. Let me just quit it. That is
yeah.
insane. Let's see what he does
It's a big
tomorrow.
step. Yeah.
Richardson George sent in a super chat and says, Knights like हमारा कोई future नहीं was hilarious. Sagar bhai can't control laugh still. अरे जिमित पटेल सेज प्रज्ञानंदा का क्या ही कहना, लियम को तोड़ा और अब मैग्नस को है हराना. टैक्टिक्स और कैलकुलेशन है जिसकी ताकत, मैग्नस के साथ की हिस्ट्री बड़ी जबरदस्त.
Wow. Wow.
वाह क्या बात है. G5 on the board, queen e3
We need to
also on
also
the
play.
board.
Yeah.
Harshit bhai, in your college, are there
Mhm.
other people, university, who play chess there? Who is the strongest player in the University of Mizu?
We have a very strong team. We have four grandmasters. The strongest is Oparin Grigory, who is almost 2700. We have world junior champion Antipov Mikhail in our team. We have grandmaster Christopher Repka.
Hmm.
Then we have me, and then there is a very strong woman player Gulruk Begim from uh,
Uzbekistan.
Uzbekistan. So we have a very good team.
Wow.
And we
And
also have two new players joining in, Luka Budisavljevic, Grandmaster from Serbia, and an international master, Josiah from the US.
wow. And when you look at like players like Oparin, who is now close to 2700, does it help you to improve? Like, do you work with him? Are you able to see how he works on chess and so on?
Playing with those players, sometimes makes you gain some confidence if you beat them, that you can beat them too, and that, you are also capable of doing that. But also you know why they are so strong, because I see his worth ethic,
Hmm.
and how focused and disciplined they are in terms of their openings, and also how seriously they take chess. So yeah, it's a very nice environment, and as we've read in many books, it's always nice to surround yourself with people who are already in already in a high rank of whatever you want to achieve. So it's good to be in such company.
Right. By the way, very important thing happening here. Duda has
Yeah.
just sacrificed his rook with g7 and is smiling there with Anish. Both are smiling. I don't know. Maybe they both are enjoying this beauty moment of beauty. And look at Anish there shaking his
Wow.
head. It's such a pretty checkmate. Duda,
Yeah.
I think look at Duda. Yeah, his face is like, why maza aa gaya. Today I'm very
अरे
happy
सच
with
में
what I
आज
have
गेम
achieved.
खेला यार आज गेम खेल के आए हो.
Moment of joy for a chess player is always
And
to.
king at 6, what is, can you show us, Sagar, by how it finishes?
So king h6, I think his idea is here, and the
Yep.
pretty point is you can't go here, here, and here because of the pieces. You have to go
Yep.
here and now find the winning move here.
Oh my God. Queen to f5.
Beauty, beauty. Take
OMG.
and take, and now only move. I mean, you can take here, but this is mate, or you go king g6, and then comes rook e5 check. Again, this is
Oh my God.
here and check, and here and mate. Whoa. I think
Oh my
Anish
God.
allows it to happen on the board.
Sagar bhai, I have never seen anything like this. This is
To get
so,
Duda smiling for more than a minute needs something special, right?
this is insanity.
I like how both are expressing. You know, Anish doing something with his headphone. He's like, "Why khatam ho gaya today?" And Duda
Nahi,
is
but
like,
no, Sagar bhai, this game has to go in the books because of this amazing idea of rook e5, rook e7. That was too good.
"Is this the only winning move here? Rook e5. Unbelievable! It
Ye-
is only move."
Yeah. Wow.
Check to the king, and
Guys,
now
this is one of the best games I've seen.
resigns.
OMG.
Wow, Duda's immortal. Yeah.
No, this is one of the, we're underestimating how good of a game this was.
Uh, I think here, rook c8. So okay, he's winning for
Rook
sure. He's winning.
G7. Oh my God.
He could win in many ways, but he finds the most beautiful one. Check. If
No, Sagar, but this is not easy at all in the rapid format. Let's not forget. Wow.
And what's the winning move here, Harshit bhai?
Wow. I'm just speechless. Just bishop at 7. Check.
Yeah, absolutely. Check. King here, and you can even go here. Knight g6 also finishes it off.
Ooh la la. Ooh la la. 97 is made in one also.
Yeah. 97 just over. And meanwhile, it seems like, and then he does this. Check.
No,
This is the pretty stuff. Queen sack.
I
And
mean,
then this is another. So there were 3-4 key moves, yeah.
Sagar bhai, there is one word for this which starts with S. I don't know if I'm going to use it, but it's that.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, it does sound like the word I'm also thinking. Superb. Uh, B5 on the board. Pragg making it happen here.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, Arjun has lost.
Mhm.
So that means he is lost the match today. And
Yeah.
Pragg will win 3-0.
Mhm.
Pragg knows he's winning.
Yeah. Superb. Superb.
What a day, yeah. What a day. बहुत ही
Yeah.
exciting.
पर सब गेम पटापट खत्म हो गए.
एकदम. पर एंड में ये वाला combination just hit at another note.
Oh, I am going to actually study that myself and like keep a note of that game because in my opinion it might be like the best game in 2022.
अच्छा. Wow.
I mean this queen sacrifice and rook e5 rook e7 idea was huge.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, bishop c8,
Bishop.
bd3, Pragg. Pragg drinking liquid death is somehow a little, he's used. We are used to seeing him using his water bottle while playing.
Yeah. Yeah, he just needs a draw too, so the match is essentially over. He can probably even pick up one more pawn on its turn. I don't know if he has to, but
Hmm.
yeah, this is
But
going to
beating
be.
Liem, who beat Wesley So 2.5 with a score of 3-0, is just amazing.
Yeah,
Fantastic play.
that's how strong players make their comeback. They don't let adversity affect them. Being, 2-0 up in the last match and losing it,
Hmm.
but he's still, coming back very strong here. He takes that one more pawn, and I'm very, very impressed because today's day is going to give his morale a huge boost for the rest of the event.
Yeah, yeah. I think with the way in which Pragg plays rapid chess, I think in the World Rapid and Blitz, he might be one of the favorites to win World Rapid title. I wouldn't say about Blitz the same thing about Pragg. His
Mhm.
rapid is just very nice. What do you think? Would you agree?
I think he has just developed so much as a player in general that um, just his chest in general has improved a lot.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, there's no question. His rating speaks for itself, his results speak. But somehow his rapid skills are,
Are very, very good, yeah.
yeah, are excellent and so good that maybe the blitz ones are not as strong as the rapid. This is where I am
Yeah.
just trying to think, but maybe
Could
I'm
be, yeah,
wrong.
could
Maybe he
be.
will also
No.
do very well in blitz.
Yeah.
And again, I mean, before World Rapid and Blitz, we have Tata Steel Chess India as well. So there also,
Yeah.
I think Pragg is playing, and he will. Uh, it'll be fun to follow that because Rapid and
Yeah.
Blitz both are there.
That's one event which I really, really want to play, and hopefully I can also play in the World Rapid Blitz. Would be very
Hmm.
exciting to
भाई मैं तो
join that.
बोल रहा हूँ कि आप पहले कोलकाता आ जाओ टाटा स्टील चेस इंडिया के लिए वी विल कमेंटेट टुगेदर फ्रॉम देयर यू डू सम ट्रेनिंग कैंप्स इन इंडिया एंड देन वी गो टू कजाकिस्तान फॉर वर्ल्ड रैपिड
कॉलेज
एंड ब्लिट्स
कॉलेज में भी छोड़ ही देता हूँ सागर भाई।
कॉलेज में वैसे भी आप उधर डोमिनोज वगैरह खा रहे हो यहाँ पे
अरे 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 Yeah, this is going to be over. This is the last game, by the way. All the other games have already been decided. Wesley So winning 2.5 half, Carlsen winning 3-0, and Duda winning 2.5 half.
yeah
G4.
g4 played
Just take, you can even go H4. I think many moves win here. G4, G5,
okay
king
I
coming in.
think Liam can resign now.
Yeah.
Pawns are coming from all sides. Yes, he resigns.
Let's
Praggnanandhaa wins
go.
3-0. First victory for him in this event, like
First
first
victory
match
for the India.
victory. Yeah, first match victory for Indian. And this actually, Harshit bhai, changes the scorecard in quite some ways. Because
Yes.
Magnus, if we just see, it's not an updated one, but
Mm-hmm.
Magnus is currently the leader with 9 points.
Mm-hmm.
Then Duda is also on 9, so their match will be fun. Anish on
Yeah.
4, Liem on 4, Shak on 3. So Pragg leapfrog Shak and
Yep.
joined second. He's on 4. Wesley on 3 joins Shakhriyar, and Arjun is currently at the bottom spot on
Yeah.
0. Tomorrow, just before we leave, just to tell you guys what we can expect, it is Carlsen
Yeah.
versus Anish tomorrow,
Yeah.
and Arjun versus Mamedyarov, Pragg versus Wesley, Duda versus Liem. That
Yeah.
starts from tomorrow. And Harshit bhai, even the last 3 rounds of the tournament are going to be very much fun, because we have Harshil, who is going to be there with his better half Ayushi,
Wow.
and they are going to be there present, so they will bring us some footage from the venue as well. So और मजा
Yeah.
आएगा.
बहुत मजा आएगा सागर भाई.
Mohan Pandey says it was worth the wait. Pragg OP.
Yes,
बढ़िया.
Pragg OP. And we are also hoping that Arjun can, win some matches in the last few rounds, so
Yeah.
that it will also be great.
How exciting will be Pragg versus Arjun?
Oh,
मजा आएगा.
बहुत मजा आएगा.
That will be fun.
Yeah, don't know whom to root for. So
Yeah,
it'll be
no. I
fun.
mean, we won't root for anyone. Chess
Yeah.
के लिए root करेंगे. But it will be great. And Harshit bhai, take care. But I will
Yes.
not let you go.
Oh no.
हर्षित के चेहरे पे जो टेंशन था, उससे ही मुझे याद आ गया कि भाई कुछ तो
अरे
मिसिंग है.
यार.
तो दोस्तों, क्या शुड वी आस्क हर्षित टू, एक काम करते हैं हर्षित भाई, विल सी इफ चैट इज रेडी. चैट, अगर 100 पीपल राइट्स E4 इन द चैट, ठीक है, E4,
Yeah.
तो हो जाए. 100 तो कर ही देंगे. 200 लिखते हैं, 200 लोग अगर E4 लिखते हैं चैट में, देन हर्षित विल सिंग. ठीक है.
Oh
तो
my.
चैट को भी ऐसे, मतलब हर्षित, यू शुडंट फील कि भाई मैं ही इंटरेस्टेड हूं सिर्फ.
Yeah.
चैट शुड ऑल्सो बी इंटरेस्टेड. तो दोस्तों, एक मिनट. चैट चेस, हाँ दोस्तों, फिर से एक बार लिख दीजिए, थोड़ा लैग था. एक E4 ही लिखना, बाकी कुछ मत लिखना. 200 लोग करना आसान नहीं है, बिकॉज ओनली 800 पीपल, सो वी नीड अ वेरी
Good response.
एक्टिव ऑडियंस. तो धीरे धीरे बढ़ रहा है दोस्तों. वी आर मूविंग टूवर्ड्स no 90 people. 93. Harshit is like भाई 200. E4 ही लिखना दोस्तों, E4. तब तक मैं जरा स्क्रीन की तैयारी करता हूँ. हाँ बढ़िया. अरे क्या ही स्क्रीन,
अरे.
बिग स्क्रीन फॉर द बिग. प्रग का परफॉर्मेंस 3-0 के लिए, तो ऑफ कोर्स वी नीड टू.
That was amazing, Sagar bhai. I'm very very happy that he was able to make a comeback.
Too
So
good. लेवल ऑफ
क्या,
चेस भी बहुत सही था ना. मतलब देयर वाज, आई थिंक टुडे ही मेड ऑलमोस्ट नो एरर्स. ऑलमोस्ट.
yeah, almost no errors. Song कौन सा गाना है?
वो आप बताइए, कोई आपके क्या मन में चल रहा है दोस्तों? यार क्या कर रहे हो? 800 लोग में से 200 लोग, 124 पे हम रुके हैं. कैन यू प्लीज राइट? हर्षित को हम जाने नहीं देंगे. जाने नहीं देंगे
With that
तुझे.
song, Sagar bhai. That is a good song, Sagar bhai.
थोड़ा एम्बिशियस हो गया लगता है मेरा 200 का मार्क. बट हर्षित भाई, आई थिंक 131 पीपल
Yeah,
is a very
deserved.
good number. 133 also gaining धीरे धीरे. So definite interest in listening to the 69th Grandmaster of India. हो जाए
Which song, Sagar bhai? You need to at least give me
भाई,
a song.
कोई तो हो जाए स्टार्ट. थोड़ा ऑकवर्ड आप ही कर लीजिए, मैं ज्वाइन कर
Yeah.
लूंगा.
कंधों से है कंधे मिलते, कदमों से कदम मिलते हैं, हम चलते हैं जब वैसे तो दिल दुश्मन के हिलते हैं.
अब तो हमें
Do you know?
आगे है बढ़ते रहना.
अब तो हमें साथी बस इतना ही है कहना, अब जो भी हो
प्रग को सबको है धोना.
हराना. कल मैग्नस है, उसको तो पहले है पकड़ना.
हाँ एक्चुअली ये सॉन्ग में थोड़ा आप लिरिक्स बदल के फिर प्रिपरेशन करके वी कैन डू इट. या
या
क्या बढ़िया गाया है यार दोस्तों. हर्षित ओपी हो जाए चैट में, मजा आ गया. लोग बोल रहे शीला की जवानी और ये सब.
अरे
नहीं भाई दोस्तों ये नहीं होगा यहाँ पर. चॉइस ऑफ सॉन्ग बहुत ही खराब सागर भाई. अरे दोस्तों, अभी तो और जीतेंगे ना प्रग, थर्ड डे है, देन आगे आगे हर्षित के नए नए सॉन्ग सुनेंगे हम। बढ़िया, मजा आया हर्षित भाई।
थैंक्स सो मच सागर
एक
भाई।
जन ने स्पर्श तिवारी ने लिखा है वॉइस ऑफ एन एंजल।
अरे अरे अरे।
हितेश राजपूत जी कह रहे तौबा तौबा सारा मूड खराब कर दिया। तो बहुत ही डिफरिंग व्यूज है, पर चलो वॉइस ऑफ द एंजल पे रखते हैं अभी के लिए। And guys, we will take your leave today. I will also tune off along with Harshit.
Yeah.
On board says you sing much better than the average singer plays chess. अरे क्या
अरे
बात है।
थैंक यू।
So thank you all, and I'll see
या
you all tomorrow along with Harshit. See you guys. Bye bye. Good night. Shubh Ratri, and see you tomorrow.